That's the beat. Okay.
The commission. The commission. The commission.
Somebody's been practicing. Yo.
Mike Wilmer.
Yo, this beat is so hard.
Commission.
Alright, guys. Episode 7,000. Lucky number 7,000 of the.
Commission.
See how I try to lead them in, right?
I like it.
Alright, guys. Welcome to Commission Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 7,000, season 2. Got my man Mike in the building, Kev in the building.
What's up?
Yours truly, Greg in the building.
How we doing this week?
Man, the fade out is real. Oh man, doing wonderful, man. Feels so wonderful. Wouldn't you agree?
Hey man, I'm chilling. I'm
Right,
chilling.
man. Rainy outside, man. Yo, what's up with this weather, man?
It's
I'm about
supposed
to
to
get
rain
a
for
boat
like
to
the
go
next
home.
week.
It is,
Yo,
man.
we was at the Poconos over the weekend, and it was I came home early. I just chalked one of the
He
nights.
said, "Screw it."
You came home and left.
No. We came. I know, right?
I can't take it
Still
no
right.
more.
Still right. And you know your old lady be thinking like, "What you doing?" Well, you gotta go home a little early, but
Right.
yeah, man. It's been raining all week.
That's funny. All right, man. Well, I mean, listen, man. We got a lot to talk about. Been raining all week. Been a crazy week. Crazy week. You know what I mean? But before we get into all the drama and shenanigans on social media, we got to start it with Mike's hometown hero.
Oh my goodness.
The Pied Piper of R&B is back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. R. Kelly with the 19-minute track. And when you talk
When you say
about-
teenage, how old are we talking?
Yo, it's actually when you say overage. Remember, he was like,
He says,
Let's
I
get
admit
into
I fuck with all the ladies. That's both older and young ladies. But tell me how they call it pedophile because of that shit. That's crazy.
That's crazy that you would even put that in the song.
yeah, I don't
I'm
like.
sorry that you would even put that in the song and try to harmonize that. I can't harmonize pedophile. Like, how can you do that?
Basically saying, yeah, I mess with these girls, older girls, younger girls.
Right.
They try to make it seem like it was what that you were messing with underage girls, which is exactly what you just said.
Tekashi won't even put that in a rap song,
Yeah.
bro. And this
Yeah.
guy's crooning about this, yo. That's kind of crazy.
it was one point where he was like, fathers was throwing their daughters at me.
Yeah,
or-
yeah. He told. Were we talking about the concert? The dad dropped her off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm like,
which,
this is
yo,
crazy.
that's true. Like, it's people out there that was trying to get paid.
Oh, yeah, of
And it's
course.
like, if I gotta pimp my daughter out to get a check, I'm gonna do that.
But you're Robert freaking Kelly.
they
You
don't-
supposed to be smarter
That's
than
like
this.
people
Like,
try
for
to
real.
sell you crack all the time as well. That don't mean you gotta take it though, right?
Well,
You know what I'm
no one
saying?
trying to sell me crack. But yeah, okay, I
I
get
know,
that.
I'm saying like in general, like people out here they
yeah.
sell whatever vice
I
it
don't know
is
what
you
neighborhood
want.
you live in.
Yeah, it's on the corner. Whatever vice you need is on the corner. That don't
Man,
mean you gotta go
crack
get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but I feel where you're coming from. But all right, let's start here though. Thoughts on the song? I mean, initial thoughts.
I like the concept of the song. I thought it was like a neat idea.
Okay, have we even introduced what it is we're talking about?
The
We
R-
talk R.
yeah.
Kelly's song. It's called "I Admit." Right,
19 minutes long.
19 minutes long, which is crazy. It took me about, because I was listening to it at work. It took me like 3 listens to get through it. The whole.
Yeah, I had to.
I had to pause a couple times.
Me too, because it's 19 minutes straight of just listening to that. I was like, nah, can't
Do
do
you
it.
clear that with your lawyer first?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm thinking. Before you release it, do you clear that? Because now let's just think if
You
they had
probably
to,
do. Did he? Probably not.
Because I'm thinking, what if they want to retrial you for anything? And you got a 19 minutes of
You confessing,
evidence.
basically.
Like,
Like,
they're like, Your Honor, can we just play the song?
yeah, just
That's
skip
it.
to 10 minutes in, and you'll clearly hear him confessing about having sex with an underage.
I did
young
kind of feel bad for him at some points of the song where he talked about the record contract and he has dyslexia
Yo.
and couldn't read it. And
I wonder if there's any
That's
way
crazy.
that he can probably like sue. You've heard people suing, like trying to get somebody publishing back or trying to get, because if he's saying he couldn't read any contracts, now granted you're supposed to have legal representation with you.
but
though.
if he's over 18 when he signed them, it don't matter.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I've heard of somebody.
How many albums does R. Kelly
And
have?
that's where I want to
Yo,
go.
Kel's got at least I mean, yo, he got.
Go ahead and
at
Google
least
that.
15.
Let's
I
get
am.
an exact amount. But Kells has been in the game. This is what me and Mike was talking about earlier. For 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Even if you did get screwed on your first deal because you didn't have proper representation and you got like, you know,
He
Diddy or
signed on
whatever.
the same label
Yeah.
for 30 years.
That's crazy.
He has been.
Nah, because he used to be signed to Jive Records,
Yeah,
which
he
is
was.
not
And
even
Jive
existent
Ford-
anymore.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's been
Ford.
like that whole whoever bought them out, that whole subsidiary, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I
But
think
they
he has
have,
been on
but
the same.
each time that's happened, though, Mike, you have to restructure your deal to a degree, right?
Technically, you don't.
I mean, you
'cause-
can buy the rights to the contract. I get the remaining contract, but at some point that contract becomes null and void over a certain period of time, or a certain amount of albums, or whatever the threshold might be. Like it doesn't.
But
last
what they gonna
forever.
do is like keep in mind like the same thing with Drake. Like Drake probably. All right, so Drake contract, from what I understand, from what I heard, it was a 5-album deal, and then it's just like
7 albums.
No, right. He did 7 in total because the last
His
two.
last 2 were double discs.
Well, no. The last 2 though they gave him.
Well,
They
one of
restructured
them-
the contract.
Yeah, well, he didn't get credit. Like Cash Money, did they get credit for even the mixtapes that he was bringing out, or that was all OVO? Because
That was
like,
another thing. They sued. They
Yeah.
can use the mixtapes, but they not albums.
They not out.
Nah, if you're reading this, it's too late. That was the album.
No, but I'm talking about. All right, so that was an album. But what
So
about
Far
the other
Gone
one? So
was an album. When
no. The one with was that the one? With
So
Future?
Far Gone was a
If you're
mixtape.
reading this,
Nah, that was What a Time to Be
What a
Alive.
Time to Be
But
Alive, right?
They put that out like it was an album. It
But
was on
were
Apple.
they under the Cash Money umbrella when they released them? Is what I'm
That's a
saying.
good
Like
question.
did Cash Money get credit for, or did Drake get credit for producing that as an album under his Cash
Which
Money
one?
deal?
So Far Gone?
Nah,
What
the
a Time
Future
to Be
joint.
Alive. I mean, the Future
Yeah.
joint.
What a Time to Be Alive.
Yeah, What a Time to Be Alive.
I think
Right,
that
right.
came out as a mixtape.
And I think a lot of that's why he was releasing those as mixtapes, because he was trying to get more profit. I would imagine.
Well-
and the climate of music was starting to change around that time too, because Fab recently spoke about this.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I
saw
mean?
that post
Yeah.
about Summertime Shootout?
Yeah.
How he's not putting it. I mean, he's putting it out, but he's going to put it out through like Spotify and iTunes, basically so he can make money off
Yeah,
it.
he's
Right.
gonna do
Kind
it
of
like
like
it's
what
an
they did with
album.
the Jada and Fab joint.
And that's what Meek's been kind of doing to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? With all mixtapes
Yeah.
and the EPs and whatever. We getting way sidetracked because we're
Yeah.
supposed to be talking about R. Kelly. But yeah,
R. Kelly's had, from what I'm looking at, 17 studio albums.
So you have 17 albums, and I
You don't
can't
own
imagine
any of
how
your
many went platinum.
Oh
Probably
my God.
half at least, right? Double
At
platinum,
the very
triple
least.
platinum, and
Yeah.
he's broke, which blows my mind. How do you not have any money?
that's crazy.
He's talking about having to go on tour just so he can pay rent.
You don't have any money because you don't own your publishing.
Yeah,
And
and
that's
So-
even tour money, man. He's been touring his whole 30
Yeah, but think about his
years.
expenses. Because remember, you're
Yeah.
living. R.
you
Kelly
got
got
the
jammed up.
dungeon, you got the food and drinks for the sex slaves. You got
Yeah.
like upkeep with the people that's keeping your secrets. Cameramen. People who clean the piss off the walls.
What do you say? Some of the time he was settling cases just because his lawyer told him. He was saying like it's just easier to go ahead and settle and
But at what point is some of that onus on him?
a lot of
A
them
lot.
50%.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
if
like-
not more. I mean, you've been a grown man for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like R. Kelly came out. I was in middle school, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all this time you've not accumulated anything. Like good, it's crazy.
You know how these boys be though. Once you get a check, and then keep in mind like they gonna re-up your check.
bro.
And
30
they gonna,
years.
But I know.
maybe
I
the
know.
first 10 I'm stupid. Maybe the first 10. And 10 years is a long time to be stupid. But come on, 20 years later.
20, yeah.
By the time I came up with Chocolate Factory, TP3 at least.
But
I
keep
mean,
in mind
come
though,
on.
I'm just justifying what he could have been thinking.
Okay.
This entire time he's been hot.
That's what I'm thinking. He probably thought it never was going to
It's
fizzle
never,
out.
and then especially like when you kind of did fizzle a little
Bro.
bit, you start writing for like the
let's-
B2Ks.
Let's keep this in perspective. R. Kelly's scandal, the real scandal, happened in like 2000.
Yeah.
2000.
It's
like
it's
99
15 years
2000.
ago.
Okay.
15 at least.
At least 18, bro. I'm giving
Yeah.
him
No,
more than that.
2000 because it didn't go to court
It
until like
didn't,
2006.
right, exactly.
All right,
I-
so almost 20
the video
years.
came out, yeah.
Yeah, right. That's what I remember because I remember when the video came out.
Yeah.
And everyone was talking about it and flooded the market and everything like that. And we thought R. Kelly was finished. You had to know that was your lowest point. If you didn't get smart then and you still dropped Chocolate Factory after that, you
Yo.
still dropped TB3 after
But you can't
that.
you can't
Like-
renegotiate your contract though. Like if they got you in contract, like what you
Yeah,
gonna
you're
do?
right.
Sit out?
Like Wayne, look at Wayne.
Yeah, exactly. Look at Wayne. Like what you gonna do? Sit out and not make nothing? Which you can, but you not. You know,
tour. All the tour money, all the money when you go on tour.
I'm sure he wasn't in no 360 back then. What? Then again, he can't read anything.
You
so
know what's
who knows?
funny though, and now that I think about it and I say this out loud, I think about the Prince situation. You know what I mean? Prince
Right.
was signed to that deal, and Prince was getting screwed. That's where the whole slave on your face came.
Yep.
But Prince sat out.
Yeah.
Prince is like
No. Prince did make music.
He made
Remember-
music, but he didn't release a lot.
No, he did. He started using that.
The symbol.
symbol.
Right? He changed his moniker. That's what it was.
And
Yeah,
then he
yeah.
started making
Release-
music under that.
R. Kelly do the same thing. Become Pied Piper.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
wear the mask, whatever.
He probably,
you know what I
he
mean?
probably could have. But you know that the reason why he didn't is because, all right, so let's say you know you screwed, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know your contract has you screwed, and they decide, all right, so Kels, this is what we gonna do. Like we gonna do another deal. We need say 3 albums out of you. We gonna give you 50 mil or 30 mil because they saying his net worth. I'm looking at it right now is up. It's supposed to be 150 mil. That don't mean you have that money liquid.
Yeah, I get you.
That mean, you know what I'm saying? So that I mean, they could have been like, yeah, we're gonna do another 3-year deal with you for 30 mil, and you know you need 30. Only thing you hear is 30 mil. I'm already jammed up on the contract. I might as well take the money because you feel like they doing you a favor because you got bills.
half his music too.
That's the other
Yeah,
part,
that's what I'm
man.
saying. He
Like,
should've
you're
Wrote the
doing
songs,
so much
you
work.
performed them, and you produced
Goodness
them, and you
gracious.
still don't have any of the money.
Like, I look at people like J. Cole, right, who does that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And, like, if you look at his earnings, like, you wouldn't think that J. Cole was making as much money as he's making.
Oh yeah,
He's making a lot, but mainly because he's doing all the work. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? He's
yeah,
producing. He's using his own vocals. He's not paying for features or anything like
and
that.
Kel's got an in-house studio. So that's even better because now
Now you don't need to pay for
that
studio
budget.
time.
Yeah, the budget they try to throw at you, that's your budget.
Yep.
That's your money. All right, cool. Well, I ain't gotta pay no producers.
That's
think
like a
of-
mismanagement of money on epic proportions. Like,
He did albums with Jay-Z, 2 albums with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
you,
Jay would like to forget those.
broke.
all the
remember
production that he's just done, man. He should really, and you know what they should. I mean, granted, I know you got to negotiate your own deal, but I was thinking about this earlier. You know how they stop like the credit card industry, for instance. They'll be like, at least part of your minimum payment for those people that was making minimum payment, it got to be at least represent 1% of what your balance like goes towards the actual principal, instead of all of it just being interest, how it used to be at one point in time. I don't know if anybody knew that, but that's how it is now. So I feel like for those guys like in the music business, because you know the business is jerky, you should at least the minimum amount of your publishing you should at least get at least 15%. Anything just to protect you as the artist, and you have a certain I guess a certain value to your music. Or,
Imagine
you know what I
if
mean?
R. Kelly came up in this environment where the artist pretty much, you could be an independent artist now, and he had as many hits as he had and albums he had, he'd be filthy rich.
It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy how much money he'd be getting if he was able to parlay that. But I mean,
Did you hear the Wendy Williams part of the song?
Yeah, what was that about?
I didn't understand that either. Where he talked about like me and Wendy got drunk and
I might have missed that part.
Nah, he definitely did. And
I'm not
then
saying it didn't happen, but what happened? Now?
he said behind closed. He didn't really say too
No,
much.
he
though.
didn't. He didn't.
Stayed behind closed doors. Whatever they talked about. I don't know. I wanted to. I don't know. I had to
Is
look
anyone
that up.
going to interview R. Kelly after this song? Like, what's next for R. Kelly?
The remix from his ex-wife, official
remix.
Drea
Did
Kelly.
she remix
You know
the
what I'm
song?
saying? Where she posts, admit it. Your mama is watching over you and rolling over in her grave because of the abusive things you do. You say she's looking down on you from heaven, so there's nothing she didn't see, which means she saw you beat me from heaven and neglect her grandbabies.
Damn.
Admit it. Your children don't see. Excuse me. Your children you don't see. I know I'm doing this horribly. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it in any type of rhythm. Maybe we should have the music playing in the background. Your children you don't see because you treat them like your fans. And not your flesh and blood. Please, being a deadbeat dad is a conscious choice. You could FaceTime with them every day. They see your face and hear your voice. So admit it. And she goes on to say in the last little verse, then go get some professional help. Own the pain that you've inflicted on others all by yourself. Even though you can't read or write, it didn't stop you from making hit songs. But you don't have to read or write to know domestic violence is wrong. So, admit it. And she has another verse, but I'm not going that far. Man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Kel, it's like
Kels can't catch a break.
what do they say, man? What did they say in that Batman joint? They had a line like people love you enough.
Yeah, to you become the.
Oh yeah. No, you played a hero long enough to see you become the villain or something.
Yeah.
Something like that,
I got
man.
you.
It's
That's
just
him.
like at one point, he jewelried all up. He this, he that. Like
He made I Believe I Can Fly.
that's
Played
what I
at
was
my
telling.
graduation.
So
when
that's
we
what I
was
was
like
telling
middle school.
Greg.
or high school or something.
That's what we was talking about earlier. I was like, the songs that he not getting, the Celine Dion songs, like the songs that was in those movies, and like the I Believe I Can Fly flies, like that's what you really want your publishing checks on, because he should. I don't.
You're not getting any residual income on all those hit records.
That I Believe I Can Fly was played for at least, man, that had to be like the song for like 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Like the song to play when you about to do something.
Like
I mean, they
graduation.
still
Graduation.
play it at graduation. I'm saying,
Yeah.
like he should be like, cause they have.
No, they're not playing that song anymore.
No, they're definitely not.
Oh yeah, I'm saying
they
before that, yeah. But as far as like even with it being in Space Jam, like licensed into that song, like
Yeah.
it got it. It's bet money. It's gonna be some legal team if it's not already that's hearing that he's not getting that. That's gonna want to take a look into them contracts. Because remember, it happened with. We just seen it in Straight Outta Compton. Like, remember, Suge was able to look into Dre and them stuff and try to get some of that money back.
I feel
Like, you going? It's.
They're gonna try to take it for their own, is what I would think.
Yeah, I mean, of course they gonna need a piece of it, but
Yeah,
you don't get nothing. So if you ain't getting nothing out of it, if I say, all right, Greg, I'm gonna go ahead and, but I need 50%. What's 50% of nothing is nothing. So you might as well take, if they giving you 30 mil to settle, you get 15 mil. Try to, I mean, granted, you gotta pay off price some debt. We said he couldn't even get a loan, right? Yeah, he couldn't get a loan on a bag of Skittles right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like
crazy.
Yeah, but one of the things that he was talking about, this popped up because of the Demi Lovato situation. About he was saying something about the drugs and stuff like that. So I was listening to another interview, and one of the things they was talking about was like within our say genre or like hip hop / R&B, like if somebody's on drugs, like we quick to like write them off as a junkie versus other genres where it's like, oh, that's they not so quick to, they like stay strong and words of wisdom and encouragement. I guess
Kind of like Demi Lovato.
it's being exactly about like with her, because technically, like,
I don't think that's the case anymore.
you don't think so?
Not anymore.
I think maybe just in the past like year.
Yeah.
Like since
That's a
Logic
year
put
and a
out
half.
that suicide song.
Well, ever
and
since
then,
that
like,
one kid killed himself or OD'd, or I forget which one of those littles did, but SoundCloud rappers. But you've been seeing an anti-opioid use
the J. Cole
movement.
album.
Yeah, J. Cole, Lil Pump has sworn it. A couple of rappers who are in the younger generation who probably came up on
Kanye.
lean.
Talking about mental health.
Well, yeah, but I would think mental health is a little different than drug addiction. Well, I guess maybe they have correlation, but
Yeah, because they're on pills.
well,
Kanye was like not in a good space, so then he said he was on opioid pills.
okay.
Opioids are crazy anymore. Like
I mean,
people that
it's
do-
heroin.
It's
Yeah,
exactly
it's
what it
just
is.
Basically,
lit-
it's prescribed
And then
heroin.
people
That's
that
all
can't
it
get
is, yeah.
opioids anymore, they revert to heroin.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't go to the pharmacy and get the.
Well, even lean
prescription.
it has.
Yeah.
I
I was reading something and they were saying that people do lean, and then when they can't
Transition
get
to
lean, they
heroin.
go to heroin.
Yeah, absolutely. All this is gateway to heroin, which is crazy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like it's all the same. But I think like to your point, like it's been an anti-movement for probably like maybe a year and a half, or whatever. So I don't think it was to that point. And then I think it was even glorified for a minute before people shamed you for or looked at you like you was a junkie or a loser. I mean, I guess we do because we older, but
Well, now they glorify the user, not the dealer.
exactly.
That's what that's
Yeah.
like Future's music.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. I think the problem
Lean.
Yeah.
What is-
Yeah, I think that I don't know. That's just weird. Like, especially for I don't know, cause like, how y'all feel about like Kel saying that he was, I guess he was on.
He said he was abused too.
Yeah, he said he was like
Yeah, what kind of abuse was he with?
sexually. No,
Was
you
Yeah,
did
he
you
said
listen
he
to
was
the
sexually
I
song?
listened to
abused.
man.
He
It was
said
a
when
lot.
he
He was
was
up,
like-
man. He said I admit
When he
a
was
whole
like
100
15
things.
years old or something.
No, he said from maybe like 8 to 14.
One of his family members
he
like
was being abused,
sexually abused him.
From they, I mean, but not for nothing though. Like that doesn't excuse it. But I think the reason, you can tell that he's. I'm not laughing right now, but you could tell that he's probably maybe that's why he went after young. They say that like when you abuse, you kind of like.
But do you go? So when you get up to that point, then you start to go to like things that because I don't see if you were younger, how you. I guess I don't know, man. I
Like
can't
they say
make a
abuse,
correlation.
what hurt people.
Yeah.
Like so, it's kind of like for him. I don't know. I guess somebody was abusing him for 6 years. I guess if you let him tell it, like. So all of a sudden he's into young women all crazy and he doesn't have a problem with it. Like it's something mentally wrong.
Yeah,
there.
the whole situation is just crazy if you ask me. But I mean, he's done a lot of wrong. At least he's admitting it. I guess they say admission is the first step to recovery. So maybe this "I Admit" song is like his first like little kind of olive branch. He's saying like, "Yo, help! I need help." So maybe as the community that we're in nowadays in like 2018. We're supposed to help and listen. So maybe this is a cry for help. Maybe he'll get the help he needs, and then we can go on to the next thing. But, in the meantime, a lot of things going on in the world outside of R. Kelly music. Some controversy, some I ain't going to say old school, but old beef resurfaced over the weekend, which, by the way, was just updated seconds ago while we were talking about the 50, while we were talking about the R. Kelly scenario, and I'll be speaking to none other than your old friend 50 Cent and Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah, what? I don't know the backstory. I just know that they're killing each other on social media.
So first of all, let me just update the latest. This is going on since Saturday. You know what I mean? For the
Where
record,
it start? How did
it's
it start?
Wednesday now. Let me just let you know what the latest one. So the latest is Floyd posting, "Keep working hard. You're going to be more than okay" at 199 Vic, and 199 Vic posted, "How my uncle look my age, #money call." If you don't know who at 199 Vic is, that would be Marcus Jackson, 50 Cent's son. So he posts the FaceTime
he
and
looks
him and his son.
exactly like him too.
Yeah, he does. Like there's no denying
Floyd
that.
posted a picture earlier in the week
Yeah.
of
The three of them.
yeah,
And
I
how
was
is
like,
one of them
damn,
not.
that is
Yeah.
exactly like to a T.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So the beef started, from what I understand, is there was one of Floyd's pieces, Bad Medina. I don't know if you're familiar with her.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right. So Shorty says, I'm actually trying to pull it up. So Shorty made a comment on somebody's page or whatever, and 50 commented something about like, well, you just one of Floyd's hoes, something along those lines. And she responded back, how you gonna call me a hoe, blah blah. I wish I could find it. Hold on, let me see if I'm trying to see if I can find it real quick. But she responded back with, how you gonna call me a hoe, blah blah blah. And then 50, felt the need to go back with her because obviously 50's petty.
Yeah, he got all the time in the world for
Of
this.
course, he's not gonna let that go. So then Floyd is the one who initiated it, saying, likening 50 to all right, here we go. All right, yeah, I think I found it. Yeah, here we go. All right, so. Yeah, so Floyd respond. All right, so here's it goes, right? So Bad Medina says, "I'd rather have a husband than a baby. Money isn't everything. Real love is. If you think he didn't try locking me in, better yet knocking me up, you're wrong. I chose to leave and not have a child. Honestly, congratulations. You're going to be just like Melissa, strung along with nice things. I've loved, but never been in love. I still believe in love." So 50 ain't going to let that ride. 50 saw this post or this comment and posted, "Oh no, you supposed to be on top, champ. You keep losing these hoes in front of everybody. Why she saying she want love instead of things? And you done blew $1 million." Remember, Floyd bought her a shop, a store or something. Like he finances businesses for these chicks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's crazy. You know what I mean? So he responds with that, and 50 then responds. I mean, Floyd responds with, Curtis confidential employment Jackson with the whole cover of Curtis 5-0 Jackson, Go Snitch or Die Telling, Lil Monica.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of started the whole beef. That's what started everything.
All right, something light, really.
Something
should have
real
been light.
Something should have been light, but 50 ain't gonna let that ride, so he's gonna respond back. His baby mother gets in and responds like over the weekend. Like it's just crazy. Where it takes a turn for the worse. Kev, you about to say something?
I think what you're gonna say is where he posted a picture of Floyd and some dude and some other girl and said that this guy is dead because of.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole backstory, but
Floyd was basically knocking off his chick.
Exactly.
And what happened? The guy killed him and her and him.
Yeah, he killed her. Then it was a murder suicide.
It was a murder suicide.
And he's
making a joke about it.
They was saying that actually the guy, he was FaceTime. I guess he was FaceTiming Floyd. Like Floyd was on the phone with him the day he did it. You know what I mean? Like I guess she must have said. I don't know if she said something.
So
or what?
Yeah, so it was basically his boy Earl and his girl Stephanie, who actually played on some TV show. Like the girl was an actress who killed us. Who was murdered. And basically, 50 was just like, you was on the FaceTime. You try to blame Trey Songz. Try to say that he was the one smashing the girl.
Oh, for
at
real?
the time, yeah. But and a lot of people, and I remember this happened like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And no, it was really you. You was on the FaceTime when he killed the girl and then killed himself. And he talked about how you're a fake friend and you keep your friends' ex-girls or wives around so you could try to smash. Like he really made Floyd look like a scumbag. Talking about Champ is really 63-0. He beat 50 men and 11 women, and caused 2 bodies. So he said 63-0. I don't know what the second body. Oh yeah, damn, murder suicide. That's crazy. 50 is a dark dude to beef with, man.
Yeah,
like
he's not gonna let up.
He's not. He's just
put
not
his
gonna
foot
stop.
on your neck and just keep it there.
Yeah, and it's just like he's a bully. Like he's the fun kind of bully, but he's a bully. Like, but he goes to the places that I don't know is comfortable going. Like that was a really.
And these two were like best friends.
Allegedly. I mean, obviously they're not. Like
they frenemies is what I would refer to.
Yeah.
It's like people that you want to.
Because you figure at the time you got when they probably became frenemies. 50 was still cashing checks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then Floyd was getting them checks. So then it became like a competition thing more versus like a friendship type thing. That's what I think. I mean, granted, they say it but I think it was mainly like we cool, like, that's my man, but at the same time, you still thinking in the back of your head something, he thinking in the back of his head.
Yeah,
something.
because, first of all, you got to know who you trying to be cool with. Like, if anybody know 50 Cent, like, that's not the dude you want to be buddy, bearing your soul. This is the same guy who recorded Young Buck confessing his heart out and crying on the phone and then played it. This is the same guy that smashed Rick Ross' baby mom. He's the same. Like 50 is the pettiest guy alive. Period.
But everybody think like, oh, well, he ain't gonna do that for whatever reason. Like,
why? That's like thinking like Diddy. That that's like the girls who date Stevie J. That's like the people who sign the Cash Money. Like, why do you think you're different?
You're gonna be different. Exactly.
Like, I don't get that. You know what I mean? But I think another one that hurt was, first of all, the funny one was when 50 posted
I know what you're gonna say.
The rough draft.
The rough draft.
Oh, yeah. He killed me.
The rough draft was hilarious. And then he came back with the police report from from the son, from the domestic violence case. Like, yo, he is not letting up. He is not letting up. It's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely. He made a career out of doing this.
This is great. 50 needs a
Hold on. The report. I saw
ahead.
my dad was on my mom, and my mom said, crazy. Go to the office. My dad was hitting her. And when my dad left, he took my phone. And his friend was blocking the stairs. His friend name is James, and my dad kicked my mom. And he told me
this was the son?
In my
this
room.
This is son account of what happened.
My mom's friend that lived in our back house. What the heck? Yeah. Anyway, at the end of the day, my dad knocked on my door to the patio there. They get money. Yeah, he talking about the back house?
Yeah.
The pool house.
He got his friend that lives in the back house, the pool house, to come help his mom who's getting her ass kicked in the front house.
And my dad knocked on my room to the patio, opened it up, told me to close the door to the family room. Then I heard yelling, and I came out, and my dad was hitting my mom. It happened at 4 a.m. in the morning. Dag.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. First of all, as a kid, I don't know how old this kid is to know that it's
why you
patio,
gotta-
family room, back house. Like, god damn, bro. Like, you are getting money. That's another level of bread.
Yeah.
But how much you think 50 paid for this?
For what?
The
Or you
police
think it's
report?
public record?
Public, yeah.
Yeah,
That's probably
it's
public.
public
You just
record.
had somebody pull it. 50 probably had this forever.
Yeah, he's,
You know he had it on-
he's like that. Like, remember when he recorded the Young Buck conversation? Where he's
That's
like,
what I
you
was
know
talking
I mean?
about,
Like,
Let me
man.
put this in the
he-
side.
yeah,
real
I'm gonna
fast,
just
in
hang on to
case.
this just for when I need it.
You don't be friends with people like
No.
like, why would you
If
ever?
I can't trust to be in a room with you and have a conversation
Right.
with you, we're not friends.
Whole different type of level, bro. Whole different type of
Yeah,
level.
but what did they? I think they crossed the line was with that murder suicide though.
Yeah, that's a. Once I read
Because
that,
there's
I'm like,
people's
this is
families
wild.
out here that's still like,
Yeah, they
Affected
feel
by
away
that.
by that. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure, they do.
Huh?
Yeah, so I'm sure they do.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah.
50
y'all
like I
gotta
don't
get that
care.
together.
They shouldn't be on social media, I guess. But like, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, a lot of violence going on right now, man. I mean, the whole murder suicide thing, the king of New York getting abducted, robbed, and beaten. Like, I don't
King of
understand.
New York. That's what he calls
Self-
He
himself.
calls
Self-proclaimed,
himself,
yeah,
yeah,
he
he
calls-
calls
yeah, you know what I
himself
mean?
King of New York.
Yeah, Sticky with the blicky.
I don't know if that. It's just
I'm telling you,
weird
it's
to
real.
me that
You think it's real?
I think it's real.
your new single with Nicki Minaj drops the same time this happens. Like, it was almost, to me, like the single dropped and I think that happened the next day or that night or something.
Not having the same day.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, I don't know. It's just some of the stuff doesn't add up to me.
I'm just saying, man, like more and more. First of all, there is a ongoing police investigation, which they try to say he wasn't cooperating in, but they said they got surveillance of him getting followed.
Yeah, you know what? I heard that. Did you see the?
I didn't see a video,
Did you
but
hear the Fat Joe interview?
nah.
Fat Joe did an interview on Breakfast Club.
I
and they
saw he was
asked
on
him
there.
about that,
Okay.
and he was just like, I mean, I don't know. He kind of alluded to the fact that he think it's propaganda too. Like, it's
Really?
all- yeah, a little bit, because he was. I mean,
Well, I was watching Everyday Struggle, and you know, his BFF, his baby mother, father, academics is on there talking about, you know, nah, we feel like this is a legit. And the kid, I like Wayno. Wayno was like, yo, listen, I don't care who you are. If you living in Brooklyn still and you got $250,000 or $1 million worth of jewelry, you gonna get robbed. Period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if in certain neighborhoods, like if you live in certain areas and you getting this much money, you like, oh well, I'm hard enough that I can still make. Nah, son. Somebody's gonna get you. You know what I mean? If it ain't somebody that's thorough enough to just approach you and take it from you, there's gonna be somebody that's plotting on you, and it's either gonna set you up or rob you when you're away. You don't do that. And then the other guy who the alleged, I guess, chain wearer, thief, whatever, he's on social media spinning the Joker chain around, talking about you want it back, it's $200K and all this, that, and the third.
If you're a newer rapper, how many people have we seen young rappers get their chains snatched over the past 10 years?
It's epidemic.
Like, why are you doing that? Why not snatching the chain? Why are you wearing all this jewelry?
Because they think that that people won't test them, and they think they live in a world where they can't be touched, and they get touched. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand.
first of all, my jewelry would be fake. If it was me,
Mike's keeping it real.
No, if
I like it.
once
Why
you
not?
do the Birdman thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That way you don't take a
yeah.
loss. No, I
Yeah.
get it. I get all that.
if somebody,
I don't think they own all the jewelry that they're wearing.
but you still got to have insurance on it too.
Yeah, I
true,
would have
yeah.
my special stuff for, like, you know, when I'm really trying to flex and hang out with my friends,
Yeah.
certain caliber individuals. But to be honest with you, yo, when you get in certain circles, if you really getting money,
You don't wear
if you got on jewelry, yo, they look at you like you a clown.
Yeah, you look like you.
like, yo, you look like you like ain't never been here
It's
before.
funny because you know what, I was watching a highlight of Fad on the Summer Jam joint, and he had two. Why can't I think of the name of them chains? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Two
The little
of them,
diamond joint, all diamond joint.
Nah,
What?
the
Cubans.
the Cubans. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
he had two of them joints on, and I'm looking at him like, of course he had the regular jewelry and stuff like that on, and I'm just thinking like, do he have to do that because we used to Fab kind of having on a little bit of jewelry, or like if you don't have it, do people think you're not up no more?
if you're at a show, I get it. The culture is the flex.
Yeah, I
and
get it.
floss.
Yeah.
I get it. You're at a video shoot. You are putting on the fair persona. But if you just, I forget what his regular name is, but if you just, regular
With
Joe.
Joshua Jackson.
Yeah,
something like
Josh
that.
Jackson, whatever it is, and you just, like, why am I
Yeah, I
know who I am.
yeah.
I don't
You know
get
what I'm
it.
saying? Why do I need this shit? Come
It's
on,
like you're not in
man.
character now. You just
21 is surprisingly, right? 21 Savage had an epiphany recently where he quoted this. He was like, yo, the more I hang around, rich people, I'm noticing that, these guys don't have no jewelry and all that stuff. Like, even for me, like when I was a kid, it was fly to have all that jewelry and all that stuff,
Right.
and flexing, flossing and all that, and I had all types of chains. And then as I got older, I'm like, for what? Like, real money don't do this.
No.
Like, for real.
Did you listen to the song, the Fifi song?
Nah, well, I've heard it, but I don't listen to it.
I
If
got
that makes
it.
any sense. Yeah.
They banned his. They don't
His
even,
verse
Yeah, they don't
in
play
LA.
his verse in L.A.
Yeah,
they just play
they-
hers.
Takashi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, for real?
they banned his
He,
verse
like,
in LA.
disrespected L.A. or something. So
Yeah.
For real?
they just played a Nicki.
They played Nicki verse, and
Nicki.
a dude who did
Her
it,
verse
LA
is alright.
Lakers guy.
Yeah,
yeah,
Just Incredible.
Oh, for real.
Just Incredible.
Yeah,
Right,
I
right,
like
right.
Just Incredible.
Yeah, a couple people be banning Takashi, man. They be doing it everywhere. But speaking on the chain thing, real quick before we move on, though, G Herbo.
Yeah.
Out of Chicago. He was recently shopping. I guess they posted he was in like Bloomies or somewhere real fancy, whatever, doing all types of shopping. And the girl, I guess the sales rep, was like, hey, you want to tuck your chain in before you leave out? You've been in here. I know a lot of people been posting about you being here. You know, people might be waiting on you. He's like, nah, man, like, I know we've been posting about it, blah, blah, blah. But, this is my city. Like, you know what
Right.
I mean? If it's your city and you from there and you got that type of reputation, fine. I don't believe in that, but fine. I understand it to a degree, especially if you coming up. But it comes a point where you just like, yo, screw that chain shit.
Nah, man, you tuck your joint. If you ask me, you tuck your joint.
Yeah.
Or you just don't have. I mean, yeah, because
Certain people, I think that they've earned the respect where it's
Nah.
not necessary.
you've never earned the respect, dog. It's
Nah.
always like you said earlier. It's always gonna be somebody that's going to want to snatch that off your neck. Like even if you Jay, you mean to tell me like it ain't a crackhead out there somewhere that's not willing for $200 to go try and
Well, I mean, when I say you've earned the respect, is meaning like, how's a crackhead gonna get that close to me because I run the city? Like there have
Right.
been people that have established that level of I hate to use a word, but that level of respect. I don't know what I'm gonna say. That level of respect in their city, where it's like, all right, when you know they moving, then ain't nobody really gonna mess with you. It might be short lived, it might be for a small run, but there's a time period that they have that until another crew of young boys come up and they try to challenge them.
Yo, so my cousin, right? He's a manager at like store manager. He has his own store, Foot Locker store manager out in Foot Locker, right?
Does he listen to songs about selling drugs and murdering people on his way to work?
I'm sure
I
everybody.
do.
You know what I
On my regular 9 to 5.
mean? So what happened
That's
one
so
night?
fitting.
What happened one night is hustler pull up, leave his car double park, joint running.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm untouchable.
Right. Well, not everybody's
Oh.
untouchable who thinks they're untouchable.
Yeah, so let me
Cousin,
finish.
or he's
No.
witnessing this?
So this is what happened. I gave y'all the backdrop.
Okay.
He's a store manager.
Yeah.
Whatever. Right? Crackhead jumps in the wheel because dude leaves it running or the key, whatever. Crackhead jumps in the wheel, steals his car. Guy gets on the phone. He calling his homies. They all posted out. Yo, if y'all see something in my car, yada, yada, yada. Make a long story short, they see the guy. They start shooting at him.
Mm-hmm.
As they're shooting at him, he turn a corner, hits a hydrant, smashes through the whole store, like my cousin's store.
Oh yeah, I think you told us.
Yeah,
about it.
he smashed through the store or whatever. And then he was like, so they got to do a report. Well, hold on. The police came. They catch the guy, whatever, the crackhead, whatever. Yada yada yada.
Who pays for that then?
Insurance.
City? Insurance.
I guess you gotta have insurance. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
store for
alright.
like somebody crashed in your house, you ain't got homeowners.
Yeah, you're right.
Damn.
But I mean, yeah, well, unless they got auto insurance. But
Okay.
anyway, so but what happened was he was like, yeah, while they was doing the inventory, it wound up being two things missing out of Foot Locker that night. It was a hoodie, two hoodies, and one of them was the one that he had actually on. Somehow he managed to change as he's running from the cops.
The crack
He put on the hoodie, yeah, and he had one of
crafty, man.
But make a
Yeah.
long story,
Very
yeah.
resourceful.
At the end of the day, he trying to get $1. Like the heroin is that crazy. You know what I'm saying?
The fact that you have the presence of mind to say, "Yo, let me steal a couple
let's
hundred
just
dollars,"
he tried to steal a car.
right? That
Yeah,
didn't
man.
work out.
But what I'm saying is that my man thought it's gonna be somebody out there that's willing to touch, regardless of who you think you are.
I understand
that's
where
willing
you're
to
coming
touch
from.
you.
I do.
So-
I do understand what you're saying.
I know you feel like, yeah, your circle, your homies is, yeah, I got shooters with me, whatever the case may be.
I just feel like there are certain people who get to a point where there's probably not going to be around too many crackheads. That's all
yeah,
I'm
I
saying.
mean, yeah, it
You know
could be
what I'm
that.
saying? Like they get to a point, but they still go. Like I would say, and I'm not saying he's a perfect example of it.
Mm-hmm.
To a degree, Meek and Philly don't get messed with. I don't believe.
Nah.
I don't believe. I know there's a lot of boys in Philly don't rock with Meek. I do know that. But I think, like, especially when he was
Especially
up and
now.
coming.
I think the other.
Nah,
I think
I
it's
think-
the other way around. I think now he definitely can.
Now I think he's untouchable.
I don't think so.
Why?
he got the government.
I
and
just
all.
don't think so.
He's bigger than music now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that don't mean he gonna walk around with a whole bunch of jewelry on his
Nah,
neck.
I mean I think.
But he
he's
does.
smart
Well, he does
about
that
it.
though. He does. Meek does that. Meek will do a video or something.
think
in the
Meek
hood
would be,
and
like-
have all and ride through in a Wraith or a Bentley truck and all that and stunt. Like, come on, man. Meek will stunt on a bike right
Promotional
down
use only, or motivational.
Motivational purposes
Yeah.
only.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm
Come
saying
on,
that
man.
is like that's not. I don't think that's gonna be his everyday. And to be honest with you, like for some people, why would you want to put your people in that situation where they gotta like
Yeah,
I get
they
that.
gotta defend you.
they gotta defend you?
I get that.
So with Meek,
that
I
comes
can
with
see Meek
maturity,
riding
though.
like a whatever type of will. Like he could be in a Phantom or something. Because I mean, if somebody steal you out of the car, somebody gets you for your will, they gonna find it. Like that's something totally different.
Yeah, I
but,
wouldn't care if somebody stole a car.
yeah.
Do you
but
think
for
Meek is
somebody-
getting carjacked in Philly?
No.
I mean,
Somebody running up on him, like he if you've seen
You
Meek's
can.
video and you follow him on like Instagram, there was times where he'd be in North Philly riding through in the Phantom, like
Yeah.
it's like it's cool. Like I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
But once again, I don't think nobody's because what you gonna do with the
jacking your
Phantom?
car,
You
yeah.
get it. You can't take it to the chop
You know the dude who's inside of it probably got a couple dollars, so you rob him or you kidnap him and you take and not for nothing.
That's what
I'm
happened
sorry,
with,
hate to say it, Philly's a kidnap city. Sorry,
That's what
it
happened
is
with
set up
Tekashi.
city. Yes. And speaking of Tekashi, that's exactly what happened. I feel like it was an inside job, probably, but I believe it definitely
He
happened.
probably knew too. Like let's be real.
They
What's
said
my
they
man?
went into his house,
Right. Well, they
stole the jewelry.
didn't go in his house.
They
actually
sent somebody,
They
right?
They asked he asked his girl to come out with the jewelry. He had like $1 million worth.
Then
of
they
jewelry.
they made him get back in the car.
He was already in the car.
But like Fat
They just
Joe
like, yo,
said-
we in the car. We got your man jammed up. Go in the house, get the jewelry. You know what I mean? Get in the home with your lady or whatever. Or we gonna pop him. The lady come out with the jewelry. All right, cool. We peel off again. Then obviously somehow, some way, he jumps out the back. Somebody he flags down another person who takes
Yeah.
him to the hospital. I actually believe it. I do. This time around, I kind of believe it. And honestly, I don't feel bad for the guy.
Do you
Like,
think he
it happens.
changes?
No.
All right.
No.
Now he got to be even
He
harder.
got credible.
I
Yeah,
guess.
he got
He
street,
got something.
street cred.
Nah,
But
man.
my thing is, who tells the lady to come out of the house because these boys been bringing the jewelry to me? Like,
What's the
It's better
alternative?
than
You're not-
going up
going
in the
in,
house,
yeah.
right? With your kid.
They're
and
trying
all.
to like. fight
obviously
dude.
they're not trying to do that because they saying, yo, tell her to come out here and do X, Y, Z.
Well, you don't know because of what happens when she refuses.
I mean, you would think it's easy for her to try to. You don't know if she calling the law. You don't know what she's doing since you gave her that information that
No, I
I'm
got
out
you.
here with these guys. I don't know. Like,
I
that
don't
just
know if you
seems
call,
weird.
but see, like if you got a loved one, if we presume that he's a loved one to her, you ain't calling the cops if somebody got a gun to your, you know what I mean, head. Like that's just not really. You're thinking about, okay, what can I do to keep my family or my people safe? So whatever y'all need to do, I'm gonna do. Man, I feel like this podcast is turning into like Don Diva magazine today. For real. But yeah, that's what we doing. So come out with the jewelry. It's better than hitting the safe. The jewelry's replaceable. It's probably not even mine. Remember,
Yeah,
he
it's
didn't pay
right,
Jacob for it. Or
I just had to pay that.
who's the
whatever
guy he
had to
didn't pay? He posted. Somebody posted saying that Tekashi ain't
Yeah.
paying for something for that Joker jigsaw
Yeah.
piece. That's why Tekashi don't care about that jigsaw piece. He's like, fine, I ain't pay for that shit anyway.
Yeah, it should have been insured. I guess that's how he looking at it.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, man.
Song's
Shout out
like
to
number
Tekashi.
2 on the iTunes charts.
Fifi.
It's gonna be on the Billboard charts, I'm
Nah,
sure.
man. I'm sorry. Is it my feelings still going strong? As long as that joint, as long as boy's still singing Kiki, then we good. There ain't nobody got to worry about no Tekashi 6ix9ine going on right here. But,
Yo, real quick.
Yep.
Anyone hear what Busta Rhymes had to say about Kendrick Lamar?
what did he say?
He said Kendrick Lamar ain't got no records in the club. He's taking all the Grammys home. You might hear Future in the club. You might hear Drake in the club. But Kendrick took all the Grammys home. At the end of the day, people respect substance.
Wait a minute, time out. So is he saying
bigging him
that
up.
the club? Oh, he's bigging him up. Okay, all right. Because I'm about to say, I hope you ain't saying the club is substance because that.
No. He's
Yeah, that's
saying,
cool.
what do you think? You think Kendrick Lamar doesn't make club songs?
No,
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so either.
You don't think that Be Humble played in the
Nope.
club?
I think I think once again he makes songs that they'll squeeze into the club.
yeah, the
But I
club
don't think
conforms
he's
to
in
him.
there trying to like, yo, get Metro Boomin over here, and we
Well,
gotta hit this club.
Loyalty was a bit of a stretch
Yeah.
to make a club banger. I think
That's a radio song.
it's a radio
Yeah.
hit.
The
Yeah.
loyalty joint.
Joint
with
with
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Yeah, but I don't think he's made that.
Yeah,
I
he
think
did.
that was just a vibe.
Nah, I think that he's like, yo, we need something, and I'm
For
gonna
the
get
radio?
the biggest. Yeah, of
Alright.
course.
I mean, it's
yeah.
possible.
I'm gonna get the
Swimming
biggest.
Pools wasn't her a club joint?
I wouldn't say
What was?
Swimming
Bitch Don't
Pools
Kill My
was.
Vibe?
No, I wouldn't say that one was either.
Nah, not made for the club.
Yeah,
I don't
not
think
made
so.
for the club. I don't think he.
Club,
I think
when you think of club now, you thinking trap. Something
Yeah.
like a trap.
yeah,
you know
or
what I mean?
something that's poppy.
Well, Be Humble
You know what I mean?
sounds...
I don't think Be Humble is.
Nah,
Be
I don't think it
Humble
was
is just
made for
him
the club
spitting.
either.
I think. I feel where you coming from, where it can be converted to
Yeah.
it because of the beat and how it knocks. But I don't know. But the Rihanna joint, that's definitely. When I first heard it, I was like, oh yeah, this is a hit, like immediately.
That could have been a radio joint. I don't think he's thinking club though.
Yeah, man.
Just me.
Speaking of Kendrick, man, I hear he's gonna make an appearance on.
this is a big rich town.
Hey,
I just come from
yeah, man.
Sunday.
This Sunday.
They say what he's playing.
bright lights.
Well, that's what we want to hear and talk about, Mike. What do you think he's going to play? He's supposedly.
Let's do a recap first of all. Let's see
You
what
want to start with the
we
recap
Let's
first
do
and
it.
then fast
Let's see
forward?
what we
Okay,
at.
fine. That's cool. So, what are your thoughts on the show, Dad? Last week.
They almost got the Jimenez out. I said that last week, and that was my prediction that either somebody was dying or the
Okay.
Jimenez were getting... I thought they were going to get killed.
Right. I heard KP made a prediction. I was listening to the show earlier. I can't remember what it was, though. But he actually had one that came true.
I didn't mind this episode. It was all right. I still don't see what they're doing with... The Italians don't like Tommy.
No, they're getting him about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're going to try to.
I don't know Tommy's dad, his angle still. Like, he's out of jail to see that woman.
To see Connie, he wants to set up Tommy and Ghost because he doesn't feel like that's considered snitching, which
Right.
is crazy to me because they all in a life. And if you're in a life and you talk about,
Yeah,
what somebody else doing, it's
all
still snitching.
They
to me.
ain't gotta be your fan.
The
Yeah.
feds
And
are
even
definitely
Connie
finding
was
that laptop in Proctor's apartment that he hid last season.
It's not in his
He
apartment.
didn't. Yeah, he put
thought
it's,
he
it's
said
in a
it was.
locker.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he put it in
Alright.
a locker.
Yeah.
But they're definitely probably
That
gonna find some
laptop's still
DNA.
popping up somehow.
They not finding no DNA.
You don't think
cleaned it
so?
That well?
No, remember he had somebody.
He
come
had
in
the
and
light
clean
and
it.
stuff and do on
Yeah,
the
he
counter.
wasn't worried about that. And remember, like Proctor said, y'all ain't find nothing. Remember, he went back to talk
Yeah.
to the boy. Like he had that
Oh,
joint
yeah, he
clean.
came right
Tommy
up on him.
called
You're
and
right.
had boys come in there and actually properly clean that joint. So he probably was a little nervous though because nobody came in. I guess they really inspect it. You just know these. All right, this is what they do. Let them do their job.
Right.
And
Okay. All right.
What do you think of Tasha leaving and going with
I'm tired of that.
what's that dude's name?
cut it out. She ain't go with
Silver.
him, right?
Silver.
She didn't go with him, but she's staying in his apartment or one of his apartments, right?
First of all,
Well, she's
kids?
staying some. No, he wanted her to stay with him.
Nah, I thought he owned that apartment.
does he not? Does he own that one?
I thought
didn't-
so.
I don't know. I
might
gotta
be
be
You're
careful.
safe
I might
here.
rewatch that one. I wouldn't be surprised. Tasha, man, she's a little bit of a freak, man. She's like just, I don't know. I'm kind of done with her to a degree. I don't like the her and Angie dynamic, too much. I don't like them kind of teaming up. I like the fact that Ghost is back involved to help kind of steer through. Well, I'm assuming. I saw how the episode ended. Ghost and Angela are at the cafe.
I didn't
or
understand
restaurant
what the
together.
point of that was. Like, what are they looking to do there?
So I think Angie is starting to feel a little bit of heat. I think she's going to start feeling, and she felt like she wanted to involve Ghost before. And
Yeah.
Tasha was like, no, let's not get Ghost involved because he's just going to make things worse. But now it's like, okay, well, this guy from DC, just kind of blew up my case. He's letting the
Not only he
Jimenez
blew up the case, but he
Yeah.
smashed. You thought y'all had a little something.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
That's what I think the whole her calling Ghost is about. Like she
You think
just
so?
she felt emotionally comfortable with Ghost. believe
I
it or
thought
not.
he worked for the Jimenez, that dude.
I thought so too. When they first went into
Yeah.
to the interrogation, I was like, he's another what's the guy who we didn't like the other?
Sandoval.
No, that wasn't Sandoval. That was that Sandoval?
Yeah.
Mike Sandoval.
Mike
You're
Sandoval.
right. Yeah, that was Sandoval. But I thought it was hard how they just let him go like that. Like, and then the girl Jimenez is trying to tell them to keep
the
their
brother.
brother,
Yeah.
and she set him up
It's
in the
like-
first place. She's like, "Yo, I left the gun for y'all. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
that
wanted
was
y'all to
crazy.
find him. You know what I mean? I need y'all to kill him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he like, nah, we not getting him out of here for you.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's not
yeah.
our job. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be interesting. I hate that they keep introducing new characters like this because now it's like, well, what is their role long term? They need to be killing people off.
The
They're not
problem
killing
with
enough people.
Power is this, right? And this season kind of like really puts it out there, is that they take 6-7 episodes setting everything up,
And then
and
two
then
to
they
like
take
Right.
like, the last.
end it
Hopefully,
all.
this season they supposed to have 13, right?
Are they supposed to have 13 this year?
I believe so. I
That would
think
be
it's supposed
cool.
to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are we on? 6?
Nah, we only on 4.
This will be next one will be 5. So
Okay.
they probably gonna take 7 or 8, and then they're gonna take the last 4, kind of like, and next thing you know it's over. You gotta wait another year.
Yeah.
And it's like, only thing you remember really is going to be like how it ended. Like, oh, it was
How it
crazy.
ended, yeah.
But they wasted more than half of the season just introducing everything.
If they have 13 episodes, I can see how they can tie it all together. If it's only 10, I'm getting concerned again.
Are Dre and Ghost gonna be cool again?
And that's what I wanted to touch on. They keep extending Dre's life.
Yeah.
So, like,
Now
I thought Dre would be dead by episode 5, but now, no. He's
Yep.
going to last the whole season. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way they're going
can't
to
touch
kill
him now.
Can't touch him. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, he's a public face.
Why is Ghost so big on this? I get the memorial piece, but like, why so big on it? Just move on, do that on your own. Like, why do you
Because,
need?
well, first of all, you need public, you need clean money to
Yeah,
create a
that's-
public
yeah.
project like that. So that's number one. And number two, like, he keeps seeing dead people. Like, he trying to give speeches, fucking up the money with Tate and everything.
that was
seeing his
sorry
daughter
how
in
you
the-
blamed it on Ty.
Yo, I thought the same thing. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
If you was there, I wouldn't. That
Yeah,
wouldn't have
I
happened.
wouldn't
Like,
have
come
had- I
on,
knew
man.
It's
something
funny
was gonna
because, right,
happen.
me and my wife had a conversation about that. I was like, I understand this completely. Like, he was mad. Like, I'm not saying he was right, but I just
Right.
saying I understand. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, he was not mentally
wasn't his
prepared
part.
to do it.
Yeah.
He didn't want to have Tate show him up because my wife is like, well, why didn't he just let Tate give a speech? And I'm just like, well, Tate just, screwed him the last episode,
Yeah.
snowballing or throwing a press conference that he wasn't prepared for. So why would he want Tate to do anything? It's a testosterone thing. It's a man thing right now. It's like, yo, I'm not just going to have this guy just keep showing me up like this. I'm going to show him that I can do this on my own. And he can't.
Yeah.
He out of zone. You
Yo.
know what he reminds me of?
Who?
Mike won't be able to appreciate this. Stringer Bell on The Wire. Remember when
Tate reminds you of Stringer
No,
Bell?
no. Ghost reminds me of Stringer Bell. Remember when Stringer was trying to go legit?
Yeah.
And Stringer kept trying to do these deals, and he got screwed over by the guy, the politician. That
Yeah.
guy. You know what I mean? It's the exact same concept. It's the
Might have to
exact
be a
same
drop.
concept. He lost his money.
Clay Davis.
Clay Davis, right? My man ended up trying to kill him. Well, his boy was going to try to kill him or whatever. What's my man name? Barksdale. He's like, yo, what are you doing? You messing up the operation. You want to be clean money politician. Barksdale was tough. It's the exact same thing as The Wire. Mike, you got to watch The Wire.
Yo, what I'm looking at right
Yeah.
now.
Still doesn't
What I'm
sit
looking
right
at
with me.
right now, yo, is
doesn't.
that it looked like it only gonna have 10 episodes.
Say, yeah.
I feel like 50 was going back and forth with
I thought
stars
they were
about.
too.
Trying to get more.
Now
Yeah.
it don't mean that they not gonna have maybe like remember last year they had one
Aren't they
that
doing
had
a
like
movie?
2
Didn't I
hours.
send
You
that out?
said that they were doing.
Yeah,
They were supposed
after
to,
this
yeah.
season, there's gonna
Yeah,
be
it
a
was supposed
movie.
to be a movie. But I'm
That's
thinking
gonna be
like that don't mean it. One of the episodes last year like
Like an hour and a half
hour
or
and
2
a half
hours.
or
Something.
2 hours. Yeah.
I don't know if maybe the last one might have been an hour and a half or at least hour 15.
Maybe they can try and sneak something in like that.
If
but
they
it looked
did
like
that,
10
the last 2 episodes like an hour and a half, maybe. Because at least now you squeezed out maybe an 11th episode kind of somehow, some way. But man, 10 episodes, I don't think that's
Because we going on 5 right now.
Yeah, like the
29th
season's
to
almost
be.
halfway done and no major people have died yet.
I mean, if something big happens this week, then you can start putting all the pieces back together for the last 5 episodes.
Let's get to Kendrick's role.
Real quick though, you've introduced so many new people, and now you got to kill off like half the cast. Got to die. Like it's just
Who's
too
gonna?
many
The
people.
Jimenez brother is gone.
He's gone. All right, so
Yeah.
we know he's dead.
He's
Tyreek is basically gone because he's a child, right? So we can probably assume that he won't be dying. Maybe.
nah. He's not dying.
You know
No
what?
one else in Ghost Family's getting killed.
Yeah, that's
Yo, you know what's crazy too? The little girl, the little daughter.
Yeah.
You don't even see her in the show
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
And then even they had like a family picture. She's not in it.
Yeah,
Did
she
you notice
wasn't
that?
in
She
Yeah,
wasn't
it
in
was
No.
just- yeah.
My wife called it out. I'm like, yo, that's
He wasn't.
crazy.
That's funny. That's
What I
funny.
was about to say is, I think it's funny. Like one of the ways that they can get rid of Dre. Maybe this is a prediction, but you figure that the Jimenez sister, like I think she want business done the right way.
Yeah.
And you figure like she'll even get her brother out of here. I can see them that maybe that's the way they gonna get Dre out of here. Maybe
Well-
somehow like her and Ghost can, have that little convo.
That's not
And
a bad. That's not a bad prediction.
Well, I think the brother Jimenez wants Cristobal in charge, not Dre, which is why he
Yeah.
put Cristobal as like Dre's number 2, and she wants Dre. So it really is going to boil down to, like, because he might be smart enough to catch wind that she's been trying to kill him and kill her first, and then in which case then
He's
now
reckless, that guy.
he is very
Yeah.
reckless. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And he
That's-
gets coked up a lot. So and then now you can put yourself in position to kill Dre, who you don't like anyway. Nobody likes Dre, as 50 said. Nobody likes him.
Yeah.
That Dre is funny. And then now you can put Cristobal in charge, who, y'all all speaking Spanish and anything anyway. And that's the organization that you want.
And then you got the Italians too that are pissed off because those dudes rolled up on Tommy when they were supposed to shoot the blanks.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I like how
I
Kanan
thought
went and
someone was
killed
gonna
him.
die. I'm
It's
like,
funny too because when you think about it, like Kanan, he didn't want them to have no live ammunition. Period. In the sense that he knew he was gonna off them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like, oh, that was
oh yeah, you're right.
Like, he knew he was
Yeah,
gonna off
yeah.
them, but he just
Right.
wanted to make sure that they had rubber,
Right.
just in case.
they got a shot off.
Yeah,
against him.
they
That
got to
was
shut off on him. He like,
You're right.
nah, we gonna use the real thing.
Yeah,
All
that-
right.
That was crazy. So Kung Fu Kenny, he's on the episode this week. What's going on with Kung Fu Kenny? Why? First of all, why is he even in New York?
What do you mean? Why is he in New York?
Why is he in New
You
York?
think he's playing Kendrick Lamar?
I don't know.
Nah, he's.
I mean, I can't see. I mean,
He's not playing
he's
himself.
not gonna have a New York accent, obviously. So I would assume that he's playing from a person from another place.
Are they gonna expand the show into L.A.?
Well, we remember
It's in Chicago.
Tommy is supposed to get those L.A. ports for Jason.
Then that's probably the move right there.
So
For Kendrick?
is he going to be
Yeah.
maybe a connect on the West Coast to help him get the LA docks? Or is he just going to be someone who's playing opposite 50 Cent and just like another hitter? on the show?
No, I think either he's going to probably do that, and this is just me just guessing right now. Either he's going to do that, play some boy from the LA that's going to somehow hook that up,
Right.
or he's just playing Kendrick Lamar performing at the club.
Nah.
No,
can't
real
see
rap.
him
I
playing
think
Kendrick
I
Lamar
think
performing
that
at the
could
club.
just be it because you got to figure he don't have a reoccurring role. They say he's just going to be on there
That's true.
the next episode.
That's
so. All right, either you gonna be like, you gonna show up as like the boss on the West Coast, but look, Tommy, I'm gonna put you, my man. You're gonna be dealing with him. He's gonna make sure you good, and now he's out of power. They don't need him no more.
Okay.
He set Tommy up with a connect. Now he's good. He's off. Or you just Kendrick Lamar. Maybe James somehow got a. What am I trying to say? He's doing a fundraiser or something, and he got Kendrick to come perform or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? It could be
Okay.
something like that where you just need him one time and he's out anyway.
I think the previous statement of him being a West Coast connect, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Kendrick even wanting to do that. You know what I mean? Maybe he's a fan of the show. Like, yo, put me on there. I want to be a boss. Whatever,
Yeah, maybe do a club performance.
No,
raise
not
some
even
money.
that. Not even Just like, yo,
Just
put me on
hanging
like
out in
I'm a
the club?
boss. No,
Oh,
put me in
alright.
like
Oh,
I'm
as
a
a boss?
boss.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'll be the West Coast connect because y'all not gonna be in the West Coast that much.
Right.
And if ever y'all need me again, I can kind of because he ain't got the time to. put
Yeah,
down
I
the
can do it
schedule
this
and all that.
season real quick.
Right.
Quick episode. Cool.
Okay.
Let's not forget to mention, if you was a fan of the Jamie Foxx show, Fancy was on there.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Still holding
that's
it down.
the girl.
that's the
Yeah.
girl from last week we were
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh, we talked about. She wasn't in that last episode, huh?
Nah.
Nah,
she wasn't. I just wanted to
still
bring
on your
it
mind.
I said again. Maybe I was watching that episode into this one. Maybe we didn't give enough credit, but Fancy was in it. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. We had a whole conversation about this last week, but no, you're right. I mean, Fancy was in it. Fancy's still Fancy, obviously.
Yeah. Still holding it down.
Yeah. She's got to be like 50 something now, right?
Damn, 50 something for real?
You don't think so?
Jamie Foxx ain't even 50 something, is he?
I think she's
He's
older
close.
than him.
He's got to be close.
Yeah.
Yo,
she's older.
when is Jamie Foxx movie with Mike Tyson coming out?
Yo, it's already
He's supposed to
done.
be
I know.
playing Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was supposed to have came
I heard
out.
at least 2-3 years ago. He was on Hotline 7 talking.
I know it's done, yeah. That's a good question.
I saw Mike Tyson at the Borgata.
For real when?
He was down there a couple weeks ago.
Did he punch you? Like
No,
the
he was
guy
down there
Hangover?
doing stand-up comedy.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
did you see his stand
I
up?
didn't see the stand-up, but like I went to see
No,
another
I'm saying, did you
comedian.
see his stand up though when it dropped?
No.
He's done it. Yeah, he did.
He's
it.
an
I didn't
HBO
see it,
special.
no.
Yo, that
something,
joint was
right?
actually funny.
Really?
Yo, I mean, because
It's
It's just him talking about his life,
Yeah.
and things he's done. If I'm not
Yeah, I
mistaken.
mean, it's definitely funny.
Because he had a one-man show. The
Yeah, that's what I'm
Tyson-
talking about.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Oh,
Yep.
okay. No, but I remember what Kev was talking about. He did he has a stand-up comedy
Yeah.
routine, like for an hour or something like that. Or
But yeah, he was down
45
there
minutes.
doing. I don't even think you needed tickets. It was like at the hall down there. You could just walk in, sit down, and watch it.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man. Going in and see Mike Tyson just up there telling jokes. This is the same guy talking about he'll eat your kids.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
going-
You're not a man.
The worst
I mean,
thing
if
he
I
told-
seen you in a if you was in jail, you'd be my. You remember we told
Yeah,
the
who was he
reporter
talking to?
that?
Lennox Lewis?
I don't know.
What he
No,
told
he
him?
was talking to a reporter at that time. Like, yo, you're not man enough for me. You couldn't survive in my
he was
world.
like, I'll
Such.
pump you until you love
Yeah,
me.
right. Something
Yeah, he said the most gayest
Yeah,
shit.
I was like,
yo.
whoa. That's
I
how you
was,
know he has been incarcerated. Like,
Yeah.
that was when he was fresh out. I'm like, damn, Mike done smashed somebody in
I'll
jail.
pump you
That's the first thing I thought
and then
of.
he called him the faggot.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll grab you out.
Yes.
F you until you love me,
Yeah.
you faggot. I'm like, whoa, how does that work?
That's when
Like,
you
you know
know
what I'm saying?
Mike had been incarcerated. I'm like, yo, this
Yo.
dude is fresh out for real. He looked like Damon
That's
on for
crazy.
next Friday in that
Yeah.
joint, bro, for real.
When I was picking beats for this week's show, that I stumbled across this Mike Tyson entrance music for the first fight he had after he came out, after he fought Holyfield and got disqualified.
Yeah.
Whoever he fought next, I don't remember who the boxer was, but I was watching the intro. Do you guys remember what song he came out to?
What did he come out to?
It was a DMX joint.
It was a DMX song. Okay. What year was this? First of all, it had to be like 98, 99.
I was trying to think
year
who
he-
he
whatever
fought
year he bit
after Lennox
the
Lewis.
first fight after Holyfield getting disqualified. Because I think he
I
fought
thought
like
he had a tune-up fight after that, didn't he? He had like a nobody fight, I thought.
I'm about to say Frank Bruno.
I don't know
I
who the fighter
wanted to
was.
say
I'm
somebody
about to say Bruno
like
Mars.
that.
I'm like, Bruno Mars.
You know what's funny? What I was gonna say Tommy Morrison or somebody
No,
like that. I
shoot,
like
no.
that. Definitely him.
He came out to the intro from "It's Dark and Hell Is Hot." He
Oh
looked
yeah,
mean too,
yeah.
yeah. And got the bells in the back and whatnot.
Yo, Tyson's scary, bro. Like that's
Yeah,
the only
yeah,
dude I'm
yeah.
like, yo, yeah, man,
Yeah.
that dude's a scary dude, bro. Even in his comedy roles, it's like, yeah, it's like you ever
He'll
see.
snap.
Well, yeah, it's like you
Yeah,
ever
I mean-
see a pit bull that's friendly. Like Jax is
Yeah.
a friendly dog. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like he's very friendly. If Jax was a pit bull friendly, I wouldn't trust him
Nah.
for nothing. Because you never
You just
know.
snap.
This,
Yeah,
in any
you say the
second,
wrong thing and the dude's just gonna snap.
and he
on
just
you.
punch you and lights out
Yeah.
like Alan on the floor from Hangover. Like
That's like a friend of mine. She got this. They got this pit. Their pit name is Blue, and Blue, one of his eyes is kind of like a glass eye because he was in
Yeah.
some accident. But he just always looked like at any moment.
That's how
Like-
my cousin's dog. My cousin got a dog. His name's
Yeah.
Onyx. Yo, first of all, Onyx is Diesel. It's a pit,
Right.
but he's like a pit rock something mix. Like he don't even look
That's a
like
perfect
a regular
name
dog.
for him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
All black. He's so intimidating. My cousin put this chain on him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
a
yeah,
playful
more,
dog
yeah.
though. Like he's a playful dog. Like, but when you see him, it's like,
Yeah, nah,
nah,
I ain't petting
man,
that
nah,
dog.
yeah, get away from me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But he looked like he'll snap. He said he killed. My cousin told me he killed the deer, little baby deer.
That's crazy.
He walked him in the
Dog
park.
killed a
A
deer.
car, a dog. I'm like, how did he catch it?
Yo, that's crazy.
Like, how
Yo,
did he catch it there? But yeah, man.
You,
Crazy stuff, man.
I got some beats. You guys want to try and
Yeah,
guess
man.
them, man?
Let's go.
Let's get it, man. Mike, what you
Alright.
got? Did I
see.
win last week? I feel like
Yeah,
I
you
won
definitely
last
won
week.
last week. You guessed
Yeah.
a bunch of them.
Thank you. Yeah,
So
yeah,
you got to
man.
guess the artist and the producer and the album if you can.
All right.
All right.
Let's see
So
what
we
you
get
got.
in the first one here. joint was classic.
Well, I remember the dedication version of it though.
Oh yeah.
That's what I remember, the Weezy version.
That's the only one.
Oh no, this is this is
Canon.
Freeway.
But this was on dedication.
It was on dedication.
Oh, Don Cannon produced it. Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, come on,
Girls,
man.
what up?
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
I mean, we both said. I mean,
No, I said I said it first.
so we buzz in. I think we should have to buzz in then.
We got
Because
to buzz
if he be like, what I'm saying though, if he just be like,
I'm
this is
talking,
the
bro.
joint for dedication. Tell me which dedication
All
was
right,
on it.
Mike, you're gonna have to guess the next one then, and Greg,
All right.
Dedication
he don't
too.
get to guess it, or you don't get to guess till after Mike goes.
All right,
That's
that's.
fine.
I mean,
After Mike get it wrong, I got you. I'm
All
just gonna
right.
play cleanup.
Let's see.
Oh, come on, man. Mike got this. Come on, Mike got this.
Honestly, I know the beat. I'm just trying to think.
Come on,
Who
Mike.
produced it? Hold on.
Not even a producer. Who's the artist?
Yeah, give me the artist.
Hold on.
That's easy, Mike. Come on, Mike. You ain't got this one.
Hold on, man. Dang. I'm trying to think of this song, the lyrics. Hold on. It's gotta be
Can I
some
just
type
give
of.
him-
It's got, no. Hold on.
The feature
Hold on.
artist that was on it.
Oh my goodness.
Prodigy. That's the only one. That's a hard one too. 'Cause that doesn't give you anything.
All right, let me go this way. Producer.
Producer's tough.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. I'm not gonna know
It
this.
is.
Yeah, because it's two people, and they produced a bunch of records in the 90s.
Two people.
Yeah. They were named. They had a group name though.
I know who it is. Now I know. TM.
Yeah, you're right.
Hold
T.M.
Damn.
He's gonna run out, man. Yes.
Trackmasters produced this?
Yeah,
Tony Pope.
Trackmasters, Tony Pope.
Alright, hold on. Let me think of who was on this joint. LL.
Okay, it's his song.
Okay.
Yeah. Nah, I know that because I'm trying to think of the lyrics. That's all I'm trying to think of at first. LL,
Yeah, beat's about to be over with.
Prodigy. No, you can stop the beat. LL,
What's the
Prodigy.
name of the song? Cause you already, it's his
Oh
song.
my goodness. Now I gotta know the
song.
name.
It was a diss.
Yeah.
Alright, I don't know the name.
I don't think it was a diss.
What?
It wasn't a diss.
Did that start the whole?
Yeah, that's the beginning of it. That's
No,
how
I'm
it
saying, did
starts.
that start the whole process? Wasn't this a back and forth little beef?
Mm,
I don't think this
was.
was the first song for that.
it wasn't the first song.
Which
for that.
beef y'all
It
thinking
was-
about?
Cannabis.
You're right,
Nah,
but
this
this wasn't
wasn't
it. It wasn't, right?
wasn't
It was
it.
a
I don't
5,
think
4,
this
3,
was-
2, 1
yeah.
song.
What's the name of that song?
Who shot you?
I
Come on,
shot
bro.
you.
Oh yeah.
It was
Oh,
I shot
God.
you. Ah, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, it was. Who shot you was Biggie's
Yeah,
joint.
Yeah.
right.
That's what I'm
It's
thinking. Like,
I
who
shot
shot you?
Yeah.
Nah.
All right, Greg, you get to go first on this one. Then.
Damn.
I get the whole beat like Mike did.
Alright, cool.
I'm just gonna listen to it because I have no idea who this is. This is a down south beat. This is
He ain't even come on yet. He just did it.
I already know it's not
He's
something I
down
know. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Okay, hold up. I'm about to say not West, but it's in
Who?
that. I said it's not a West beat, but maybe it is. Kanye West.
Definitely Kanye West.
Beat, but it's what's the boy from it's an underground group.
One guy.
Is it one guy?
We were just
Oh.
talking about him last week.
Oh, it's not Mos Def, but what's my man?
Most Def.
Oh, it's Mos Def. I thought it was his boy. The other
Talib?
one. Talib Kweli.
Most Def.
All right, cool. I'll take that one.
Kanye. Sunshine was a track on the new Danger album.
Okay.
The
Cool.
new Danger, when that come out?
The sample
Kanye.
Y'all know
is
how
what
that-
made me think about Kanye. Cause I'm like,
You know what I was thinking
Kanye
at first?
chopping.
I was thinking about Jay Dilla a little bit at first.
I could have went Jay
But I
Dilla.
think,
I could even went Ninth. Honestly, to a degree, I thought it might.
Yeah,
maybe.
he ain't got no little brother on there. No little brother
Yeah,
samples.
right.
You know who I thought it could have been? I mean, not who could have been, but y'all know how that situation evolved? Kanye with Talib?
How that?
Yeah, he was on
Kanye-
tour with him.
Before that, how he even got to that point, he was they probably was shopping him some beats to Mos Def, and Kanye was at the studio early, just waiting on Mos Def to get in there. And I think Talib came in there and was like, yeah, you know, I was just here waiting to see it. I don't even know if Mos Def was supposed to be there that day or he was just waiting around. And Talib was like, well, come on, like whatever, come on in there, you know, whatever. Let me hear something what you got. And then that's when Talib said he grabbed a couple beats off of him, and then that's how they became, cool when he took him on tour and all that other stuff.
That was smart because Talib album after that was fire. I remember when
he had to Get By.
That Get By was
crazy.
That Get By
Jay
was
on the
crazy.
remix. Busta was on the remix.
That's how you know how crazy it was, because Jay, that wasn't his lane to hop on the track with like a Talib type. You know what I mean? But it was so
rap. That wasn't but it worked. It
was so crazy. Like, let me hop on that joint.
All right, I got one more. This is for Mike. You go first on this
All right,
one. This is kind of a layup for you, I think.
Daydream.
No, all
I
right.
fell asleep amid the flowers.
Daydreaming. Let me think who
For
was
a couple of
I would have never. I wouldn't know the producer, but who's the artist?
beautiful day.
Come on, Mike.
Hold on, give me a second. I need to hear some of this. There's so much music I listen to. I can't get a second.
Some things just hit you immediately.
Hold on.
Such a beautiful day.
This is my joint too. Yeah, it does. It's from the album I like from him the most too. Like, yeah.
Let's go. Nah.
I don't know, man.
Jill Scott's on it.
Lupe.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on, bro. Give me that point. Come on, man. Give me that
Damn.
point. Lupe, bro.
Chicago. We let Chicago down.
Yeah, man. Come on. Like, I just asked him placement.
I told y'all from the get-go. This on the spot stuff, I'm not going to just be like, if it's
We're
in
not
my
even
mind.
The producer though is Craig
Hold on.
Kalman, so I never
Who'd
even
you say?
Craig
I don't know who that
Kalman.
is.
I don't know who that is either. But that beat was crazy. Yeah.
Sorry, play with dog. Yeah, man. Yeah, come on, Lupe, bro. You gotta know that one, man.
Yeah, that was alright. That track was alright. Was that on,
It's Food and Liquor.
it was on the first one, huh? I thought about the second
The
one.
second one had Hip Hop Saved My Life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was this food like I thought it was the second
Gold
one?
Watch was on that joint.
Gold Watch was crazy.
It
Paris
was,
Tokyo was on there.
Yeah.
Was that the Superstar one, right? No.
No, that was
the
the
second one.
Lasers album.
Nah,
Was that
Superstar
late?
was on
Nah,
the second
Superstar
one.
was the second joint.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. That was the
I
second
remember
joint.
All right. So those are all the beats I got this week.
Cool, man. Cool. So a couple other things is happening in a couple weeks. I don't know if we want to kind of touch on this. I know sent to the group chat earlier today was that whole Charlemagne explains his comments. I don't know if anybody even take a time to listen to that.
I heard the Breakfast Club little snippet they had. They talked about it for it was like 13 minutes. He basically was just saying that him and his wife, the first time they got it in, they was drinking, like they was both drunk.
Yeah.
So he was like, about rape culture, would that be considered, I guess he made a comment. You know, Charlemagne always off the top.
Yeah.
Stuff. So he was just like, I guess he said that would that be considered rape culture? He made it sound like it was, and
Right.
people took that and ran with it, and it was what it was.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that rape culture conversation is a sensitive topic, so I mean, I think you should probably use a little bit of decorum when you're having that conversation. I mean, like, you can't just be playing around with shit like that.
And he admitted to that. He said
Yeah.
he probably should have, worded it better, but at the same time, he was doing what he do. He just, say what he want to say, and it
Trying
is
to get a
what it is.
reaction.
Yeah,
That's basically what it is.
but
Trying
she
to
did
get-
call up. I mean, they called her. So she was on the show. She called him Leonard too. That's how I thought
Yeah,
it was
that's
funny.
what I
She
heard.
called
that.
who Leonard?
Kinda-
Charlamagne, that's his
He's
name.
like, yo,
his name?
yeah, only
Yeah.
person
He was
allowed
like,
to call
come
me
on.
that is Monique.
She was like, cut it out, because I call you that all the time. That's the only thing I'll call you. So that part was cool, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I know HBO though is looking into all this stuff. I read
They
an
have
article
to.
saying that they might not that show might be
That's crazy.
cut.
I don't understand why though. Like, even at the situation he had back that was in 2000, that he was remember he was acquitted of that little.
But you gotta understand the climate of today.
Yeah, we were just talking about it earlier.
Yeah, man.
But that situation, he literally wasn't even there.
But does HBO want to align themselves with a person who there is even speculation about something like that happening in 2018 with, the whole,
The Harvey Weinstein thing, the Kevin Spacey thing,
Me Too, the
Me
whole,
Too
you know what I
movement,
mean?
all this.
Yeah, man.
but
Bill
it's
Cosby
like
situation.
Yeah, you don't need that negative press, especially you don't want to, openly solicit it when you don't have to. Like, it's easy right now. Charlamagne ain't under no contract. We haven't recorded any shows. Nothing
I think they
invested.
have.
all right, even if you have, there's nothing that's been aired, so there's no backlash, anything like that. So it's easy to cut ties now than to, now get, some momentum going, and then people start to comment, and there's controversy. Charlamagne's going to say something controversial, like that's going to rub people the wrong way.
But that's the reason why y'all got him too, I think.
But you don't want to give people ammunition off the rip to go back at y'all. Like, now you got a whole argument to say this guy believes in a culture that, we don't necessarily support. So, I think that's a real slippery slope if you HBO.
I hope they keep the show because I was looking forward to it.
I wouldn't mind Charlamagne having his own show, but last time Charlamagne had his own show, that shit didn't pan out too well. Like, he had his own show on MTV.
But it's going to be an interview show.
And he had a show with Desus and Mero, who I love. He had a lot of good names on that show, and that shit still failed.
That was like the late night.
It's like
show.
Common Sense. That's what Uncommon Sense. Yeah, Uncommon. I never even watched it. Anybody watch it ever?
I really didn't.
I think Taxstone was on that show. Like think about the people he had on the show that have made a name for themselves just in social media or media in general, and you couldn't make it work.
I mean, I like Charlamagne. I think he he does ask the questions to certain people.
He's gotten soft over the years though.
I mean, that's probably because people been afraid to come up there.
Okay, or because he's been approached a couple of times, maybe outside of it, because the folks, the Fredro Stars and Sticky Fingers of the world,
I like that interview.
Beanie Siegels of the world ain't afraid to approach him and check him on that on certain things. So
it ain't about me being afraid to check him. I think like even with Fredro Star, he asked him straight up, "What you need? You need 5 minutes?" Like Charlamagne asked him that, like. All right, then he just let it. Then what's his name was kind of like just trying to keep everything, even though he was.
Envy?
Nah, not Envy. What's my man name?
Sticky. Yeah,
Sticky was kind of because he asked Fredro because Fredro was all. I think you were, Charlamagne was like, I mean, what you need? 5 minutes? Like he's
like 5 minutes. Like let's go outside.
Yeah, that's what he kept telling him.
All right.
Like what you need? 5 minutes? Like what's up? Like all right, whatever. Same thing with Beanie. Charlamagne told him right to his face, like, I just think you a bitch for whatever that was. Remember, because Beanie told Charlamagne he think he is something. And he said, and I think you a yada 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 for. I mean, he kept it a buck. Like one thing, if you read Charlamagne's book, and he was like, I got it.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Charlamagne's book, it was good. Yeah,
I wouldn't mind reading it.
Yeah, let me see if Aaliyah's still reading it first.
Okay,
because I was like, it's good though. One of the things that he said, probably when he was, I forgot how old he said he was, but some dude was driving through or whatever. I guess he wasn't feeling the ball, but he was walking with his girl, and he said like, your man's a this, that, and the third. And he said he was a young boy when this happened. And he said the boy rolled up on him one day, and it was like him and his homies, and Charlamagne was by himself or whatever. Young boy, and he was like, he had alluded to the fact that he said, you told my girl I was a so-and-so, and Charlamagne was just like, yeah. And he said they whipped his ass. He's like, that was the worst beating I ever had in my life. He said, but after that, it was just like,
that's where the dark spots came from.
I don't know.
I'm just joking.
But I think after that, he was just like, I don't think I could get beat any worse than that. So I'm just going to tell my truth.
Whatever.
Like, I'm not going to be afraid to say, that's how I feel. Huh?
No.
For that beating, I don't think so. Okay. But it's interesting, though. You read his book. His book is a good read.
Okay.
It really is, man. He's supposed to have another one coming out soon.
Yeah. It's one, Shook Ones. It's coming out, actually this fall, I want to say. Yeah, I wanted to read it. I think he's an intelligent brother. Like, for all the lewd things that he says, there's always some logic behind it. So I respect him, but I don't know about all these comments about the rape stuff. Like, he's on some other stuff. I'll leave him out there by himself on that. But man, anything else? Did we touch on anything?
What I wanted to say was I didn't see it yet.
But go ahead.
The Swiss versus Timberland battle. We never talked about that, man.
I ain't watch it yet.
Yeah, we gotta watch it.
I'll watch it this week.
So first of all, from what I heard, I think you even told me
what's up.
That Swiss won. Everyone was telling me Swiss won, and Mike was like, "You gotta look."
I didn't even watch it yet.
Looked like Timberland probably washed them or whatever. So like, I don't know.
I think Swiss would win that.
I thought Swiss would win too.
Swiss would win?
Because Timberland has more poppy beats.
Yeah. Y'all, you forgetting about like remember, it's not like his songs. You can use any production that you did.
I get it.
So when, not for nothing, when Timberland was playing some of the joints he did for Jay,
Yeah.
because that's one thing I didn't like about it. It turned into this who did the best Jay-Z track.
And
Like,
because
oh,
those
really?
are probably Timbaland's hardest beats, though.
Nah, I mean, I don't know, man, because they like, so Swiss played, Jigga. I think did they use that?
You know
one?
who would be a better contender for him? Because, and the reason why I say this is because they'll have more hip hop beats. You need a Pharrell Swiss joint.
Yo,
Where he can
Timberland.
pull out the Clips
Y'all
beats.
gotta watch-
He can pull
yo.
out the Nori beats. He can pull out the Hova beats. He can pull out all
Remember,
these. Like,
they
Pharrell
not-
can pull out beats for days.
Listen, they're playing the beat. It's
I get you.
instrumental.
I got
it's
you.
not like they put he dropped the Missy Work It joint. Like, just to hear that beat by itself, like, dude, that joint was hitting.
Yeah, you know,
and I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, Swiss, I mean, I don't know. Like, yo, when he played that the Headstrong LL joint,
Okay.
Yeah, that joint's crazy.
yo, I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, Swiss, like,
I don't
and the
think
thing
that
about
knocks the way that
Here's the
some of
thing.
Swiss beats knock, though.
This is what I said, and I love both of them. Like,
Yeah.
respect what they do, but it's like at the end of the day, Swiss, it's gonna be kind of like the same type of beat. Timberland got more just variety with his beats.
So let's go back to the argument I was about to make, which was if you put the Neptunes into that conversation, do you think if you went a hierarchy, would it be Timberland, Swiss, Neptunes, Timberland, Neptune, Swiss, Neptune, Swiss, Timberland? Like, what will be your... Just out of those three. I'm not even going to make it anymore. I'm just saying, because I feel like they all come from a similar era in music. They all kind of got on around the same time through Hove and Rough Riders or whomever. You know what I mean? That whole mid to late 90s sound.
So if you're using like Jay, for instance, like if we had to battle like what we did for the artists, and we going like Jay, I couldn't really like the Neptunes. They didn't really give Jay like those hard beats though. If you think about it, if we in the they
Give
didn't.
him like the Allure beat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like some of they beats
Wasn't La
when
La
you.
La a Neptune's beat? Wasn't
But
Give
it
It To
wasn't
Me?
like-
Give It To Me wasn't...
That
Give
ain't
It To
no-
Me wasn't hard.
So you gonna play that at Summerfest? Like this is gonna be the beat that remember you don't have the J because you can tell they
I
probably
know, but that beat though, just the beat alone when it comes, like the one thing about Jay-Z's songs is that when you hear the beat to the song, it gets you hyped because you know the song. Like everybody
Right.
knows the Jay-Z lyric. That's why when Timbaland and Swiss was going back and forth, they went with Jay-Z sets because they know that's gonna get the crowd hyped because the crowd is in their mind thinking, oh, I know the words to this. I can rap
'Cause they
line
plays-
for line with them. You know what I mean? Like it's a different type of vibe.
because they played the Jigga What. That joint was crazy.
Right.
Then what was the joint when Twisted was on that joint too?
You talking about and that's a Timbaland beat.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite songs, Timbaland songs. Yeah, is that your chick? Right?
Is that your chick?
Yeah,
They dropped that
yeah,
beat.
that joint.
Yo,
Nice. You're right.
Timbo got tracks, dog. I was
Forgot
just
he
like,
did that one actually. You're good.
I was like, yo, I said this before. We rewind to season 1 Commission Podcast. I said, yo, Timberland got, and the thing about Swiss is that, once again, you can always hit them drum patterns. Like, you know it's going to be like, even when he played the I'm a Hustler, the Cassidy joint, and it was just like, and I don't know, maybe I was just somewhat Swissed out because of the battle with him and Just Blaze was an hour long. This one is like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
So Swiss ain't go all the way in his bag. He wasn't giving you a whole bunch of
I mean,
stuff
we've
that
heard
he-
of what he had against Just Blaze.
So you need to see another matchup then.
Probably, I would have preferred to see a Timberland Pharrell.
Okay.
But I think, like I said, Timberland kind of like, I think he got Swiss. I ain't saying like, oh, it was easy. I just think when you watch it, the beats that he put on, because after a while, Swiss beats, I'm sorry, they're going to start sounding the same. The chords may be a little different, but the drum patterns and everything is still going to be the same. It was interesting enough, though, there was an interview and somebody was like, it's certain people that shouldn't be on there that you shouldn't do it against because they can play 1 or 2 songs, and this is something that they can play 1 or 2 songs like a Dre. and if Dre put on like a "Let Me Ride," it'll just all right, he won. Just because of what that element, or if he put "Ain't Nothing But a G," if one of those beats
I was about to say,
on,
yeah, if you hear "Ain't Nothing But a G," once
it's
you hear those
automatically-
chords on that "Nothing But a G" thing,
yeah, it's like it's over with. It's like you can't even get a chance to
That-
go to track number 7 because you're gonna be thinking like, oh man, that whole era was just crazy.
especially if you do it like how Just did and build the beat. If you're Dre, like on that "Nothing But a G" thing joint, that 1, 2, 3 to
Yeah.
the 4. If you built that, like that'd be crazy. Like if I saw him do
Crazy.
that live, I'd be like, yeah.
deep cover. That joint.
Oh
crazy.
man, yeah.
Forgot about Dre's crazy.
Yeah.
Still Dre, explosive. Like Dre'd be a good contender.
Yeah,
they got
but
those
he
Busta
wouldn't.
beats from the Busta album that he did
That'd
with
be
him.
interesting. We got the Firm Beats, Phone Tap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting. Now you got me something to think
but
about.
he probably
That'd be
wouldn't even go back. He would just stay with probably like the
But Drake-
Chronic and Snoop.
I don't. Yeah, I'm about to say I don't
That's
think he
it.
has enough. That's my only thing. Like if you keep it short, like what you said, 15 minutes, maybe Drake.
Yeah, I
But if
gotta
you want an
watch this.
hour, like just
Send it in the chat. I'll watch it tonight.
The video.
And yeah. And
Yo,
then-
it's crazy. Like, yeah, because you can just YouTube it,
yeah.
and you got it. It's only 15 minutes.
All right.
But once you Swizster was one, all right, we gonna do a part 2 of this. I'm thinking like, yeah, you need the time.
They
out.
need to do it like they did the Just Blaze one, where it was like an apartment.
Yeah.
That one was
'Cause
crazy.
he definitely-
put on IG
Instagram
Live, stream
yeah.
it. Yeah.
They definitely that was him calling timeout. I think like timeout. And then granted, they probably only had 15 minutes to do it real fast too.
Right.
But I think that was him like calling the timeout. We gonna come back. Cause I'm trying to even think like what was one of the dang another one that Tim dropped. But he got some heat because he can go to that CeeLo joint like that
Oh,
beat was
yeah.
crazy. Like he got it. Like I'm like, oh man, like. And Swiss was talking a lot of like trying to, you know, what I mean?
Swiss is a hype man.
Yeah,
so
he
he's
was
gonna
hyping
hype
it
his
up,
own
yeah.
beats up anyway. So yeah, it's gonna be appropriate. But I don't know, man.
see.
I mean, from one festival to another, Summer Jam was definitely a cool little festival. Just for the record, Made in America is back on the Parkway. If anybody
Yeah.
cares, so the mayor, Mayor Kenny and Jay-Z came to an agreement.
Do anybody know what that agreement was?
I don't
They
know.
said
I
they're
think-
in the talks now to iron out the details, but it's going to be on the Parkway. And it's good. I think they just got upset because all the bad press that they got.
I mean, they had to because it's generating so much money to the city. Like, I can understand if it wasn't helping, but I'm sorry, those little folks that live in that area, whatever, that was complaining. I was watching the news and they had like people was complaining in the neighborhoods, like, oh, well, that noise that weekend and da da da.
Yeah, I saw that on the news too. I'm
like,
like, it's
dude.
crazy. You know how much money it generates, and they
Not
donate
only
money
that,
to
think
charities
about
and stuff.
things that they do there all the time. They do things on the Parkway all the time. They do the Wawa thing out on every 4th of July.
Yeah.
The Pope came here. He was at the
Yeah.
art museum. Like, I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Like, if you move to that area, you have to understand that there's going to be events that's held
Yeah.
in this area. Like,
Yeah.
that's just part of the gig. You know what I mean?
I wanted to be
Right.
silent and know you
Yeah.
you downtown.
You downtown.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you're like in the
Alright,
most
well, if that's the
popular
case,
place in Philly. Like,
You
what
should
are
have
you
moved
talking
to
about?
Stroudsburg or something like
Yeah.
that.
Right, you know what I mean? That's
Like,
crazy,
nah.
man.
As much as we paid, man, they was like, cut it out,
Yeah,
man.
like, what
as
you
much
talking about?
revenue was being generated through those.
And it's funny because the business owners in the area was like, nah, we love it
We
that
need
weekend.
it. Yeah,
like, that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the best,
Hotels probably
best
love it.
weekend ever for us. That could puts us in the green for the summer or something crazy. So I'm like, yeah,
That's
man.
probably what they looked at. At the end of the day, I think somebody was that Rock Nation or somebody put something up saying it only cost the city like a few million.
yeah,
over the
like
last
3 million. They
years.
generated 108
Yeah,
or something
like
crazy.
that. Like,
I'm like, yo, that's
once they put those numbers out, that was done strategically.
Yeah.
This how much the city made off of these concerts versus how much it paid out. All right, yeah, we need to keep having it.
Yeah.
cool, man. Does anyone care that Melo went to Houston?
Man, let's see.
Ariza left. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, but still, I mean, does anyone care that Melo's in Houston?
I
Like,
mean-
does that make them any better?
Nah, y'all should have tried to keep Ariza
I
and
agree.
left Melo where he was at.
You need a defensive player. Okay, all right, boom.
Yeah.
That's our sports topic. Thanks, Lo.
But I understand that what Ariza got paid. Phoenix offered him a check. But they called him a minute into the free agency or something.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. But Houston had the money to match it. Like, they could have matched that. But Houston, for whatever reason, I don't know. They don't value Trevor Ariza the way that they should because as people call him a 3-and-D guy. Basically, he can make a 3-point shot. He can play legit
yeah.
defense at multiple positions. And Melo can't even shoot. anymore. So, yeah, good luck with that.
Vince Carter just signed to the Hawks for a year.
Saw that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mentoring Trae Young.
That's
I don't
crazy.
know how
Oh, that's what they want him for.
Nah, I don't know. I have no idea. Nah.
I mean, that's a young team, so I can see him just going over there to be the old head mentor.
Yeah.
I can see that.
DeMar is still salty about
Yeah.
the move from
Oh.
Toronto, and Kawhi is looking like he's happy now to be in Toronto.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
He's just
right.
happy to get out
Yo,
of
Jordan's
San
cutting
Antonio.
him. Jordan Brand's cutting him.
Yeah, what's up with
Oh,
that?
Kawhi? For real?
Yeah,
They
they said
should.
after October he's
Why
out.
wouldn't they?
He's
I
gonna have to
would.
ball out this year to get a new
Well,
deal.
my thing is he's not an endorsement guy.
Nah, he's not.
Yeah, like yo,
Nobody's going out there like I
Somebody
need a new.
compared him to like Paul George. Like Paul George has a sneaker deal.
does he?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
But I would expect
Who's
that
he
over
signed
Kawhi,
Who,
though.
Paul George?
Yeah.
What, Adidas or something?
Nah, I think it's Jordan Brand.
Really?
Yeah, but it's
He's
not like
on-
a crazy. It's not like a crazy deal.
He's a Team Jordan guy. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like, yeah.
Chris Paul's a team.
They ain't
Jordan
like he
guy.
got
Oh, Melo's a team
Yeah,
Jordan
Melo's
guy.
a team Jordan
Yo,
guy.
Russell was a team Jordan. Yo, why didn't that work out? That's what I didn't even think about it that way. They're both they're both endorsed by Jordan. Russell Westbrook and Melo are both endorsed by Jordan.
I don't know. But now you got Puma too. Puma's gonna be needing somebody.
Who's Jay-Z already got somebody. Marcus
got the
Bagley,
young
third.
kids, right?
Yeah, both
Yeah.
of them. And DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, that was smart. Shout out to Hov. Cool. Songs?
Yeah, you got some songs.
Anyone got any
Into
songs for
the-
the playlist?
This is the Commission Podcast playlist.
Have we
This
had 3K
is-
yet? We should be at
nah,
3,000.
We're at like 20. This is
gotta be at
number
27.
2400.
Damn, we're only 24.
Yeah, we're at 2400 right now.
All right. Okay, no worries. Okay. We'll
You
catch
got
up.
some songs?
Michael?
Man, listen, I've been on vacation.
Oh,
All right,
come
we
on,
got
bro.
Greg.
Well, first of all, wait a minute. Time out. Let's clarify this. This guy said this guy, when he's not on vacation, doesn't come with songs. When he is on vacation, when you think you have the time, he still doesn't come with songs.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's how it works. Okay, so I just want to make sure we're clear of that. All right, so what Greg has? Should I throw I Admit on there?
Should you throw what on there?
Should I throw I Admit on there?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you don't even know half the lyrics. I mean, Kev, we had to go over the. He's like, that was
Yeah,
being
you might want to
said.
listen
That
to it
was-
before you put it on the
Yeah.
playlist.
It's 20 minutes
I didn't know you
long,
really
and
liked
all
it.
I know is 5 of it. So, I mean, I'm sorry I only learned a quarter of the song thus far. But yeah, R. Kelly, I admit, man, why not, man? I don't know if Spotify has his music up anymore, but yeah, why not? Let's throw that
That's
on
not
there.
even. Is that on any streaming platform? I don't think it is.
Is it not?
It's on SoundCloud.
I think that's probably about it.
It's on
SoundCloud,
his IG
YouTube.
Live. So go to R. Kelly's IG TV, and he plays the whole thing for like 20 whole minutes. In honor of last Friday being the anniversary to the release of Watch the Throne's oldest single, I'd like to add Kanye West and Jay-Z's Otis to the
All
list.
right.
One of my favorite albums thus far to listen to this year has been Nipsey Hussle's Victory Lap. So the title track, Victory Lap, I like to add that to the list. That joint is super crazy, super motivational music too. If you're into that type of thing, that
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle is crazy.
Nipsey
Yeah.
is?
Oh man, what? That Victory Lap is a great album. That's like my favorite album. And then lastly, a little. I'm not gonna really call this R&B. I'm not really gonna call it pop. I'm just gonna call it alternative. Mick Jenkins, Drowning. I like that song.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a
I
good
think
song.
my boy Cobb was talking to me about this guy.
Yeah, Mick Jenkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's good.
All right.
That boy good.
You want me to go, Mike?
I mean, I'm just gonna give. I'm gonna do an Angelo today. Just give out a full album.
Okay,
Alright, what's the album?
Putting the album
Yo,
on Spotify
the
now.
album-
Come on, guys.
I mean,
You
listen.
didn't listen to any of the new Chant songs?
Yo, I actually started to. The
I heard
other
he's not
day.
on his gospel stuff anymore.
I started to listen to the a track the other day, but I want to get a phone call. I was driving because I wanted to hear. Nah, listen.
Well, I got one of them on my playlist.
You do?
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, but I know I got a call. I was driving, and then it's just like, all right. But because look, I still got him up. Look, Chance the Rapper, my
There you go.
most recent. But you know, we're gonna go with, man. Some stuff. I have been listening to some music lately though, so these gonna be some I mean, it's gonna be some R&B joints,
fine.
which
Yeah,
we
man,
need them
it's cool.
anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Bobby Valentino's rendition of "Rock with Me." Have you heard that?
Bobby
joint?
D.
Bobby V.
Who is Bobby D?
Yeah. Season 1.
Season
What's the
one.
song called? Rendition?
It's one of our most popular episodes.
The Rock with You.
All right.
The remake of the Bobby Brown joint. You heard that joint before?
The remake about Rock With You, like not Michael Jackson.
No, like yeah, rock. I want rock with. Rock with you.
Said,
baby.
well, why do you?
Bobby Brown.
Oh, the Bobby Brown version.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's cool.
He did a little. I
Oh,
think
for real?
the music on it is definitely like because after anything that you remix or you redo, you can add more to from the
course.
original and make it a little bit. So
Yeah.
I like that joint. That joint
Add some
hits.
sauce to it. Yep.
Yeah, that. Let me see, man. What else I got? Music Soul Child.
Philly's own.
Philly's Own. I was listening to. It's a song called Time.
Okay.
That's dope. Check that out. It was on, I think may have been the first or the second album.
All right.
Let me see. I'm gonna give y'all another one, and then I'm gonna give you a full album to check out. You know what I mean? We'll go Shy Sexual. You remember that?
Oh man,
Put that on
yeah.
there, you know what I mean? I was making a little
Yeah,
playlist.
Shy. I like Shy, man.
Then I'm gonna go, man. Shout out to my man. That ain't the song, but you know.
I know.
That's what they known
I know.
for.
Yeah, that's the most popular one. The acapella version.
What's the album?
Shy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Self.
That's the album you want to give us?
Oh
No,
yeah.
no, the album is
yeah.
my man Tariq Nasheed, Egyptian Must. Mink Slide is the name of the band, but that came out. It's like an old school.
It's called
80s,
Egyptian Musk.
It's an old school 80s funk type vibe they was going with. So you got to be in like the whole mindset of like
George Michael, Bootsy Collins,
like Morris Day,
Morris
like,
Day.
You gotta, but so
Tom.
what I'm saying, I respect about the album is that I mean, of course, he put his own money into doing it, and he did just that. He stuck to that.
Let me ask you a question, right?
What's up?
Because I'm pretty sure somebody didn't use it. Can you name somebody who sampled something off of that album?
Off the Egyptian Must?
Yeah.
Oh no, this is new.
This is new.
This is a new album.
Oh, I thought this was an old school.
Nah,
joint.
they put it out.
But they have that vibe.
They got
is
the
what
old
you're
school
saying.
vibe to it, so I don't think it
alright,
has
my
any
bad.
samples or anything like that on
alright,
there.
I see what you're saying.
But it's I mean it's like I said, it's funny the fact that they did exactly what he said he was gonna do. He put his own money up, and it was actually I think if you go in the R&B section on iTunes, I think it was number 2, an independent joint, and on Google I think it had reached number 3 or number 1. So it's he got enough fans and supporters that's going stream it, check it out. But yeah, it was it was definitely it was alright. It was cool. Shout out to Tariq.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
I got J-Rock, The Bloodiest, which is the intro to his album. I listened to the album in the gym the other day. Album good, man. If you haven't listened to J-Rock,
still
album,
gotta
check it out.
Yeah.
I like that when. I don't know why I just started listening to that song.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was J-Rock all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
That was
that's
good.
Yeah.
I had one of her songs last week, but I'm going to put another one on because I was listening to the album. Georgia Smith, February 3rd. She just performed it, I think, last night or 2 nights ago on Jimmy Fallon show, too.
How many Georgia Smith songs have you put on here since we've been back in season 2?
I
feel like every week you have
the
at least
album,
one
man.
Georgia Smith
Album's
song
good.
that you add.
This is
bro.
what type of album is it
It's
again?
an R&B
That's
album.
R&B
You like
album.
it, Mike.
That's Drake's girl, the one that
Oh, yeah.
he allegedly
Allegedly.
Jaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got that 11 for someone else, and then he used it for his son.
And then Chance the Rapper, I Need Security, off his little 4-pack that he dropped last week.
Okay.
And then my throwback, I had this on in the gym too. Sticky Fingers, Come On.
Sticky
Off
Fingers.
the Kirk Jones autobiography album.
Okay.
I was
Alright.
banging that in the gym the other day, so
That's what's up.
it used to be my joint. Anything else before we get out of here?
Let me see. I think that is about it. Anybody got any shout outs, anything?
Yeah, shout out to my baby coming this week.
Hey, do we even have a name yet?
We do, but we ain't telling
We're
anybody
not
yet.
unveiling yet?
Nah.
Okay, no gender reveals early, people.
Nah, we don't know the sex of the baby, so we have girl names and boy names picked out.
Okay, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, bro.
That's strong, like to not want to know, like
Yeah, man. I would have
I mean,
to
the
know.
entire
At least going
time.
into right.
Like,
Like,
yeah,
yo,
I mean,
I at least
it's one
had to
thing
talk
to
to the
be
doctor
like,
on the side, like, yo, man, just
alright,
tell
you
me
can
and I
let
won't
him
say
know,
nothing.
like,
Right?
yeah.
Nope.
But then she can squeeze you for the information.
I don't know. Okay, all right, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
So I guess by next next time we
Yeah, maybe
doing the
tomorrow.
show, you should have we'll be able to do a gender reveal.
We'll have a name
Yeah.
reveal. Yeah, man, we have a
For
name.
listeners.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A brand, what do you call that? Rollout. Let's say the name rollout. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Ked's gonna
why
have a
not?
name rollout next week, and we'll talk about that. I don't really have any shout outs this week. Mike, you got anything?
I mean, we can shout out Low and KP, I guess.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Controversial KP and
Yeah,
Low.
yeah.
Shout out,
Hearing-
fellas.
Hearing spirit, right? Not physical, but it's all good.
Yeah, definitely.
He's a clown. It's like you almost here.
You know what I'm saying? All right, yeah,
Who was he
man.
talking about? Chris Brown on that one?
Yeah.
Or
No,
Drake?
he's talking
When he
about,
say he's a
Kevin
clown?
Hart.
Nah, I'm just saying.
No.
Nah. He's
Yeah,
talking about one of
exactly.
those two. Yo, KP, how you feel about Chris Brown?
He's a clown.
Oh, man.
What about
Thank you,
Drake?
He's a clown.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, man. Controversial
be
KP
mad.
with a hot take, man. Man, goodness gracious.
In case
All
I'm
right.
not here, you know what happened to me.
I know, right? Pause. All right.
We out of here.
Peace.
The commission.
We out this bitch.
What's the chick?